Shout to all my mic-minded people locked in. The culture, the craft, the conversation. Listen, if you don't know, get to know about this podcast, because this is where I talk to real deal MCs, people that live and breathe this, that are out there every weekend performing, making music. So big up you lot who are supporting this podcast. I feel like it's starting to get some traction now. This is going to be, I think this is going to be episode 28. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, we're building some momentum, and I just want to say big up to all the crew that's been supporting it. Whether you're out there, you know, coming to the raves, whether you're buying people's music, whether you're just listening to this pod and sharing it with your friends, all that good stuff. We're here to represent for the community. I feel super positive about where the art form of MCing is at in 2026. Sometimes when you view it purely through a lens of drum and bass, you could argue that sometimes it can feel like the MC and drum and bass is under attack. But I'm a positive person. I'm here to represent for the community, and I feel like we're in a good place. Now, on this podcast, I get a whole mixture of MCs. I've had MCs, pioneering founding fathers, such as Flux, who was on a few episodes ago, who's been doing this for over 35 years, one of the original rave MCs from, we're talking like back in the 80s and early 90s. But I also chat to next gen artists, exciting, fresh faces who are pushing this thing forward and carrying this thing into the future. And today, trust me, there is no one I'm more excited about talking to than this guy here. I've got Limmz on the podcast with me, and this geezer is just doing a lot. His name has been ringing off left, right, and centre. I feel like when I'm on social media, I'm seeing him, I'm hearing him, and I can't quite pinpoint where I first came across Limmz, but I don't really give a shit because he's here, he's on the pod, and we're going to get into it. So Limmz, I just like diving straight in after my little my little ramble there. I want you to take me back, yeah? I want you to take me back to where you remember music becoming something that you were passionate about, that you were curious about. Maybe when you first discovered music and it got you excited. Just take me back to whatever that era is for you.
It's like lockdown, really. The start of lockdown, like it's so random how I started. Me and my mate were just freestyling, just chilling, you know what I mean, doing like casual shit. And then I just wrote, like I went home and I was like, I just wanted to write something. And then I actually finished, like done a song in one night. I just kept writing, and then like I don't know, I've always liked music, like really like music, like sharing playlists with my friends. And then when I realized I could write myself, not like good, because I was like the first thing I wrote in it, I kind of thought, yeah, this is like, you know what I mean, I like this, let me just keep going. And then just start getting into social media side of it, and I was like, shit, kind of got to like do a bit more than just write.
Bruv, like lockdown to me, in my head anyway, it feels kind of recent, but I guess like what, I can't even
mad.
bloody think now. Was it 2000 and
Bro, it's 7 years ago. 7 years ago, 2019.
That's
yeah,
mate, that when you just said that, I was like, oh shit. In my head I feel like it was quite recently, but that is a long time. So
it was like 2 years ago, like it's mental.
Because I was going to say to you, like, oh, lockdown, like, because that feels so recent. Like, I was kind of surprised when you said that, because that I was thinking, you've got to have been doing this for longer than that. But like you just said, that is 7 years. That is actually quite a long time. But let's put a pin in that for one sec, because take me back a little bit further back in the timeline. So like the younger Limmz, like pre-Limmz, Limmz ain't even a thing yet.
Yeah, okay.
What role does music play in your childhood, in your household, anything like that?
You know what? I can't, it's funny enough, I actually can't remember a lot of my childhood. It's actually quite mad. Like, I can't actually take you back to like moments where I knew music's like something I really like. It's all, I've always just like, I used to like American music a lot. I used to listen to that like before even listening to UK music. And
what kind of stuff?
Like Young Thug, a lot of like the mumble rap nowadays, which I'm actually kind of not a fan of now. But like back then, it was like, you know, a bit of everyone, like Lil Wayne, Drake, who else? I say Young Thug. Yeah, like, you know, the kind of like the really big guys now. Like I was on that. But I just, you know what I loved the most was like knowing the lyrics and then rapping it. like while like watching it on the TV and then just rapping it to them back. You know, that's kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
you know. Do you know the song "Look at Me Now" by Drake?
If you played it, I would recognize
It's
it, but I don't know it by the title. If you get what I mean.
yeah, yeah. It's got I can't remember the other artist. He's I should remember him because his verse it was like the f- it was like other than Eminem, I've never heard like someone rap this fast, and it was so
Oh, for
sick
real.
because I love the song. I feel like that's kind of where I learned how to like rap fast
Okay.
because I'd always spit that same verse like when I like it's so sick.
So you were, yeah, okay. So you were kind of like hearing the bars, you were learning them, and is this like a school thing? Like you were in the playground at school with your friends,
Now it's
and
just
was
at
it that
home.
kind of situation at home?
Nah,
Okay.
nah, nah, literally, yeah, I got quiet as a kid. So like when I'm like in my own self, you know, being all like, you know, all over the place, it's always at the crib sometimes, most times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about like family influences? Do you come from like not necessarily a musical family as in like
Mm.
instruments and stuff like that, but was there music playing in the house, like your siblings or parents or family
Yeah.
friends into music?
Yeah, my sister, she does piano and she can sing as well while on the piano. And to be honest, I'd like now saying that, I think she had a lot of influence because at weddings she would have like a set kind of like she would play the piano and sing, and I would all listen and like I just always like remember like that was sick. Even as a youngster, like you know, I had a little brother and that she's my older sister. Now I was like, she's sick. Like this is proper cool. So like yeah, I've had quite my family's quite creative as well. My dad he um he was an artist and his granddad was like a big artist in Kenya. Like he would create like I don't know what to call it, like crafts. He'd make like statues and like he'd paint as well. Like he's actually got my name. If you search him up on Google, he would come up in he had a massive what do you call it? Gallery. Sadly it burnt down like half a decade ago. But yeah, I got to see it when I was young, and yeah, I've had
Oh
quite. My
wow.
dad's side is like the creative side in it.
Okay, so that's like, so you said that's over in Kenya.
Yeah, yeah, I'm from
So
Kenya.
that's your heritage from your dad's side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. So your uncle, sorry, did you say your uncle, or your granddad?
My granddad.
Right. So he
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
a sculptor, like a craftsman, like carving things out of what kind of things? Like out of wood or like out of like clay?
Yeah, I
What
think
sort of thing was it?
the more it was more wood stuff that I saw in his gallery. But then he was mainly known for being a painter. So like he just had loads of paintings, but like they've all burnt. it's all burnt. So
No
you can
way.
still see it on Google and internet. You search.
How did the gallery burn down? Like, what is it, like an arson
Honestly,
thing, or was it an accident?
honestly, I have no idea. I think it just wasn't taken care of enough because he's kind of I think he kind of like lost it a little bit. He's kind of like because I'm not very close with my dad's side anymore. Yeah, he left a couple of years ago, but I was too young to really like understand that's his side, like even get to know them
Okay.
more. So I'm not too sure what happened, but I think he didn't take care of the gallery enough, and there was
Right.
no maintenance done, and I think it just set fire, and you know you can get some of that back.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's my dad's side's
that's
got yeah, it's a lot of
that's a shame,
stories.
isn't it, for anyone? Like, if you're into like creative person and you've got whether it's music or any kind of creativity, to lose
Oh, it's such
some
a
or all
shame.
of your kind of life works, that is a lot to
Honestly,
deal with.
it's such a shame because the gallery is massive as well. Like I was walking for a good hour, like just going through all the stuff. And then
Wow.
one thing I remember, he had a what's the land animal? Tortoise or turtle? Is it a turtle?
Uh, what's the difference? I don't know. Tortoises are
One,
small, aren't they? And turtles are
one,
massive. Is that?
yeah. I think one's in the sea, one's like land as well. The land one
Oh,
basically.
well, turtles definitely are in the sea, if not the
Okay.
land as well. So maybe it's the tortoise is
Maybe,
the
but
land
yeah, I
version.
think it's a tortoise. Yeah, yeah. I was so smart. I remember he had a pet. He had a pet tortoise, and yeah, I was so small. I just rode on top of him. But like, yeah, he had that in the gallery as well. Like, it's so
No
sick.
way.
Yeah,
So
nah.
what? Did you grow up in Kenya or you grew up in the UK?
I grew up in the UK. I was born here. We used to go
You're
there
born
so
in the
much.
UK. Well, you just went out
Yeah,
there to see
yeah,
family
yeah,
and.
yeah. Literally, we'd go for time, like a month every year when I
Oh
was
wow.
a lot younger. just because they wanted me to like be in touch as well. But
yeah.
it got expensive. So, you know.
Yeah, well, I can imagine. Yeah, I suppose there's something, special and I don't know about being in touch with the motherland, so to speak, keeping you plugged
definitely.
into that side of the culture. So what about music in Kenya or, or memories of music in Kenya? What was that like?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have any memories like in terms of music in Kenya. It was just purely just cousins, just running around with my cousins, going to like little arcade shops and just me smacking everyone up at FIFA. That was it. Yeah, I'm not really in touch with music in Kenya, which I'd like to be. I just want to learn the language first, to be honest.
Okay. So, right, you're at school, you're discovering, like the American stuff, the mumble rap artists. I think you mentioned Eminem as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you get into... So was that your first introduction to rap and MCs?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I went through so much different music, but it was all American when I was really young. And that was just finding who I liked in America. And then my sister actually showed me my first grime song that I like remember. It was Pow.
No way.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah,
literally.
It was 2011 version though, not the old version.
Is that the second version?
Mm-hmm.
As in, like, where we got, I can't remember who was on the second one and who was on the first one. That all blends into one. And obviously, I know the first one was Flow Down, D Double.
Yeah, Jamaica.
Yeah, and the classic Demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bring Arms House. And obviously, what's Matey Out of Boundary that kicks the whole thing off? You're barking up the wrong tree.
Wrong tree. Fuming. Now,
Fuming.
Is it Fuming?
Yeah.
Is that Howl of the Moon?
Yeah, how are you gonna? I can't remember. You're barking up the wrong tree. The spotlight's on me. Style of the fume, I howl at the moon. Something like that. Yeah. That was the first one, and then they did like Pow Revisited, because Pow's come up a few times on the podcast, but I just remember it being from the first time around, like, because I'm sure you've heard these stories, innit? But just literally shutting down clubs. Like there was literal
serious
posters on DJ booths saying, "Do not play Lethal B Pow."
that is insane. Like, I want a tune to like cause that type of damage. You know what I mean?
Infamous.
Literally, man. That's crazy.
And then all those years later, I remember it became like a bit of an anthem for... I can't remember what it was. There was like a bit of a political movement type thing, like some protests or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was now, but like, it got adopted by like a new generation who wouldn't have heard it first time around. And it became like a big song again. Like, it just keeps... I think a lot of these iconic songs kind of come around in cycles, don't they? And it gets a bit of a... Do you know, the funny thing is, I said to my son the other day, we were driving in the car and an advert came on. What was a flipping advert for? It was something bait like McDonald's or something like that. And it's got Pow in the background.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know if it's like a rip-off of it or if it's the actual version, because it sounded like... Have you heard it?
Yeah. I was telling my missus, like, I was listening. I was like, Grime is on McDonald's adverts. Like, this is good.
Is it Pow, or have they done like a Mackie D's rip-off? Because it doesn't sound quite right to me.
It's fair. I can't remember too well, but I remember hearing it and I was like, that's Pow. Like, I thought it was like you know what I mean? Like the Pow tune. But it could be if they try to get the cheap deal, you know what I mean?
The meal deal version. So much love for that first wave of grime artists, because they really transcended.
Yeah,
it just feels to me like they transcended the culture. You know, if you look at all of those guys, it was Dizzy, Wiley, Lethal, Gets, like, all of them, man. Like, they ended up doing so much more than, they started off as pirate radio boys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
And
look how far they've taken things, like, into fashion, into acting, into, other genres of music, and more into the mainstream, but still keeping that essence to it.
Yeah, facts.
But okay. So, do you remember, like, what you thought the first time that you heard Pow? Like, because you tuned into this, like, US accent and that drawly kind of mumble rap delivery, and then like Pow literally slaps you around the face.
I didn't stop listening to it for like a whole week. I promise you, I had it on repeat. It was just sick to me. Like, I kept on like just even watching the YouTube video. Like, my sister proper gassed it to me, and I just reciprocated the energy. Like, and that was it for me. I was like, yeah, this is sick. Like, literally.
Wicked.
But to be honest, I actually didn't know it was called grime my sister just showed me the song, and then I just started looking up more of the artists. Like it was Jeremy and Frisco. I didn't really go searching for any more than anyone like who's based around like these artists on that tune. So the tunes that I really remember back then was I know Frisco done a tune with Chasing Status called Funny, I think. I think it's with Chasing Status. But I think I can't remember if that was a couple years after. But they're like the tunes Frisco and JME, I remember their tunes around that time was what I was really like locked into. But I didn't know Grime like, at all. At all. I was
exciting though, isn't it? When you discover something new and fresh, and you've not been like you don't necessarily have the preconceptions that come when you get more embedded in the scene.
Yeah,
it's a bit more exciting. And I think the amazing thing about Grime, I love Grime and everything it represents. For me, it's like proper UK music.
Definitely.
As was Jungle as well. But I think what I loved about Grime is that the MCs felt like each one was like almost like a superhero, like a character. With a very, very distinctive voice, and there's something about it that just proper locked me in. So so you discovered. So how were you consuming music? Was it very YouTube driven when you were like around this period?
Yeah, YouTube driven. Like I'd like to watch a music video, but then like I just had YouTube on my phone, YouTube Music. Actually, no, I used to download tunes because that was how you get like some of the tunes you can't get on like the platforms, innit? So I like I used to do, I'd go on YouTube and I'd be searching for loads of tunes, and I'd find like I didn't know like they were unreleased, or even if they even were tunes, like because I know nowadays since doing music I've learned like, oh, you can literally just grab someone's vocal and grab another vocal from like two of their tunes and then make it into a song, and I didn't know you could do that. So like I had like just loads of like unreleased tunes downloaded onto my phone. The way I listen to music is so random. Like it's been so different.
So where were you downloading stuff from? Do you remember like, what the websites were, the platforms?
Yeah, Tubidee was the one. And then
Jubilee?
Nah, Tubidee. So TUBID. Well, that's for my like I'm turning 25. For my like age group, that was like if you want to get like music downloaded, MP3, that was like that would go onto your phone perfectly. And then they kind of, but it was because it wasn't like legal, they started locking down on that stuff, and then like loads of small like copycat like sites started opening. But now they're pretty locked onto that now. Everything's on the platforms. So
is this? Forgive me, like my memory and there's a bit of a haze surrounding me at the moment. Is there Is this pre Spotify? I guess.
I think so. Yeah. I think because Spotify didn't that come out like 2015? I'm not sure when Spotify came out.
I can't even remember, man. It feels like it's been around forever, but
trust. But I'm not sure, but I think it was before Spotify. Yeah. Either way, I wouldn't be able to afford that.
So you're downloading tunes on your phone. Onto your phone, you're watching stuff on YouTube. But the great thing about YouTube that you obviously don't get on the streaming platforms is the sets, the actual radio sets. I feel like that's where for the MC, obviously the studio is super important, but that's more like the artistry side of it, like the radio sets, especially in Grime.
Yeah,
just so important. You could have a room full of all these different MCs just going at it, like the type of energy that's very hard to recreate in a studio track. So if you heard Pow in 2011, and you started sort of picking up the mic, let's say, and writing bars and getting more into, doing it yourself around lockdown, that still leaves like a 7 or 8 year gap.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
big gap.
So what was going on in that gap?
To be honest, just school, and because I started smoking quite late, to be honest. Just school. Can't lie, it's a bit of a blur. It's a bit of a blur. Like I'm a proper gamer. I used to love games. So I think during that like little gap, it was just all games and school, innit? Like I didn't really go out much. I was so quiet. I had my mates, but like I wouldn't like meet up after school or anything unless like the only time they'll get me out is when I get a random knock on the door and they got a football and there's 3 of them there and they're like, "You coming out?" I'm like, "Oh snap! Okay, cool, do that.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
out." But like, I don't
Old
remember
school,
having
man.
like
Come and knock for your friends. I love
yeah,
that.
literally. I'm glad like I still had that in like for my age group, because like even my younger nephew, he don't know that. Like you know what I mean? Just text
Yeah.
and then we'll meet up. And it's kind of crazy. But
Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. My son's just turned 12, and there was a point actually where his friends would come and knock for him, but it seems to have stopped now. I think mainly it's because they're all sitting on the flipping PS5 or whatever, chatting
yeah,
to each other on via the headsets on the games and things like this.
yeah, literally.
So was anyone in your circle or your friendship group or people at school or whatever, was anyone DJing, mixing with these things that people were up to? Was anyone else on a music tip?
In that gap.
Yeah, well, just in and around that time period, yeah. Leading up to the point when you decided that you were going to do this, was there anyone else that was already kind of leading the way a little bit?
So closer towards like when I started, my mate, I didn't really understand what he was doing, but he was trying to learn how to DJ. And obviously I had schoolmates who produce and do music production and stuff. And I just still didn't get it. I just thought, okay, cool. Like you're making beats and yeah, that's cool. Like, I just didn't really like, you know what I mean? It didn't click with me. And then my mates, like we started going around to our boy's house, and then he had decks, and they were just learning how to like DJ. I think it's because they got that from like the rave culture. They started going out, and then they just got into music that way. But I'm like a late bloomer with that. I wasn't going out. I wasn't really into that. I was just stay at home, play my games. But yeah, my mate started learning how to DJ, and then they created like a little crew called Brother Records, and they're just all from St Albans, London Colney, just Hertfordshire in it. But we're all like mates from school, and then I was just like, this is wicked. And then I started writing, and then I just wanted to just join them. I didn't want to come to MC because I've never MC'd before. I just wanted to help with whatever they're doing, and like join them. I could be like the rapper in the crew, innit? I don't have to do the music you guys do, but yeah, we're a crew. And yeah, literally, I feel like they helped me a lot with the foundations of how I started, because I find people find it hard to like start and also find a platform where they're allowed to come MC no matter what level they're at. And I feel like I was very lucky to have my friends who just, you know, they got an event space where they knew the owner of the area of the spot. And yeah, we just threw like little basement events, and I just joined them, just spraying my 1 bar on repeat.
Easy.
But
what, to Grime? Is this over Grime?
Oh, bro, this was on like hardcore donk, like techno, drum and bass. Like,
yeah,
bro. Bro,
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Trust me, I started on like free party music.
So what kind of BPM is donk?
Bro,
it's fast, right? It's got to be faster than DnB. It was like 180 BPM, maybe.
Yeah, 174 and up. So like,
wow.
Obviously, in my when I'm practicing by myself, I'm only doing like UK rap, like 9 Pot of Paper, like that tempo.
Yeah.
And then I done a couple drill beats. So like, I had my drill lyric, which that is where I can do a little double time. But then I only had 1 bar for that. So when I was doing like MCing on that type of music, I was out my depth. But people were just liking the speed of how I was MCing. So like, it was
no
mad.
wonder you can spit so flipping fast, because you have to practice on the hardcore and techno and donk.
Straight in the deep end, bro. I was like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Couple rum cokes get you involved. You know.
So these basement things that you were just talking about, your friends had an event space. Is this in St Albans?
No, this is in Bristol. Yeah, they
Bristol?
my mate.
Oh,
shit. Bro. My starting is so random. Like,
hold on. Pull up a second. So we need to. All right, before we get into the however the hell you've gone from St Albans to Bristol, we'll get into that. But I just want to know one thing I was curious about. You said that there was some lads or some of your mates that were a bit more plugged into the music scene, and whilst you was at home gaming and stuff, they were actually going out to things. So what
Yeah.
were they going to? What events? What things were they checking out?
Like Breaking Science, you know, NAS Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one's like under 18s, I think. So
Okay.
yeah, I think so. Don't quote me, but I know you can. They went when they were like we were young in it. And yeah, just listening to drum and bass events, Breaker Science. You know, DJ Gov was the first drum and bass artist I like remembered and knew his songs. And that's like jump up in it, like, you know what I mean? I think it's yeah, like quite heavy stuff. What's that called? Is it Dice and something? Slice and Dice? Is that? I think that's what I got.
Do you know what? I'm not too familiar. I'm not too familiar.
Okay. But it was like it was proper heavy stuff. Yeah, I'm not too sure on the events they were going to, but what I remember is Breaker Science, NAS, Hospitality in the Woods.
Okay.
Yeah, hospital stuff.
So yeah, so like festival vibes and
yeah,
sort of high energy DnB.
Yeah, literally.
What about pirate radio, or not even just pirate, just radio in general? Were you guys listening to radio and discovering the music?
Seeing me, I would only watch Grime sets just at home, but they would. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't think they really like watched a lot of radio. I think they did. I'm sure they did. But like, I didn't really like look into that type of stuff because I wasn't feeling the music at the time until I went to an event. Actually, funnily enough, my first ever drum and bass event I went to was at 338 2021. And right after that, lockdown happened. So there was no more events. That was it. And I was like, well, what? I'm ready to go out again.
So you just got a taste.
Sick.
You just got the buzz, and then they're locking it off.
Literally. And then that was when I was like, cool, I'm going to start testing out other genres to rap on. And then that's when I started writing on Grime, writing on drum and bass. And just starting to really like drum and bass a lot more. Okay. And yeah.
Bruv, yeah. So you've got a proper diverse melting pot here. You've got everything getting thrown into the cauldron. The US influence, then the grime, and then there's hardcore and donk, but there's drum and bass. Yeah. So yeah, I'm starting to understand a bit now. Like, you know,
it's all over the gaff.
How the cogs are turning in your mind. Yeah, it's really interesting. All right, so okay, lockdown comes along. Where does Bristol fit into the equation here?
Bristol is so right at the start when I clocked, like, okay, these lads are like, they've got there's a gaff called Take 5. It's a cafe, but basement, they sort events down there. They've got that as like a resident like spot. And you know, they're doing good. Like, it's always a full house because there's so many walk-ins and tickets as well. So it's like really sick parties just in a really intimate room. And I was like, I want to come help out if I can't join them. You know what I mean? Because it's like friends from school. So I was like, this is sick, guys. And come from St. Albans, there's not really much going on, like going out wise. I'm not really a clubber. So like Vida and all that, that's not really my thing. So when I went Bristol, I was like, they've got grime, they've got all this like sick music. They've got all this sick music. I was like, this is wicked. So like my mate also went uni in Bristol, which which actually helped. Like, he was like, I've got this spot we can do events. So that's kind of how that started for them.
Wicked.
And then we just go in Bristol like near enough every month, every couple of weeks. I'll just join them. I'll just have my little party on, you know, with them. And to be honest, I didn't realize that while I was going to the events like they're doing, I'm meeting all these people from Bristol. I'm actually like networking. Yeah. I didn't realize that because I'm obviously got my little vibes on. I'm here chatting to everyone in the smoking area as well because it's like, it's my boys' party. You know what I mean? I'm acting like, yeah. Obviously, I'm saying, man, my name's Limmz. Like, my mum calls me that. It's like they've got Limmz in their head, and then because Bristol, like, I feel like I bump into so many people I just see like all the time. So like when I started MCing at their events, it was like, oh snap! Just speak to him in the smoking area like last event or something. Now he's on the mic. Oh, he's like, he does this music as well and stuff. And I feel like that kind of really helped with like my confidence on the mic. Like, definitely helped, because without that experience, just rapping, like MCing on all sorts of genres. Like it gave me like the confidence, like, okay, I can do that as well as the stuff I'm comfortable with. So that, you know what I mean? I just felt, and even hosting as well, that was like something I learned. Like, it's not just about just spitting the whole time. Like, when I'm hosting, I just got a lot of confidence from that. And then yeah, just started pushing more on the social media side, and my algorithm just kind of sent me Bristol. Like, I was only really getting like a Bristol following base on Instagram because I'm always there and I'm just exchanging, and you know what I mean, networking.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bristol's kind of my foundation, and I'm from St. Albans, so like,
Yeah.
it's mad.
That's why it's so interesting for me, because like we were saying off camera, I'm from Hitchin, so we're both from Hertfordshire. Like, you're 20
Yeah.
minutes down the road. So I didn't know that, and then I didn't know that there was the Bristol connection. It's so interesting as well, actually, how many artists I've spoken to recently. Obviously, we've got a mutual friend in Kaizen T.
Yeah.
So whilst he's from the West Midlands, big up Kaizen, man, another Don. Whilst he's from the West Midlands, Bristol was a big part, or is still a big part of his journey. And then I had another MC on recently called Vispra. I don't know if you know her. She's from Manchester.
So.
But again, Bristol was like a big part of her journey as well. So I feel like it is a real... And funnily enough, even though like there's 20 years between us in terms of our ages, Bristol was a massive part of my come up as well, and it still is for all of us. So interesting, that, isn't it?
Bristol's wicked. I've got a love for Bristol. I've got my older brother, my half brother. He lives there as well, and he's got 2 kids, a nephew and a niece. Well, 2 nephews and a niece. So yeah, that was also more reason to go there as well.
You're there on the regs.
Yeah, I was actually there on the regs. People, like, even people now, like 3 years after, like, not going to Bristol as much, like, people still saying, "You from Bristol? Like, you live Bristol, innit?" I'm like, nah. I'm like down south, well, down like central south, like St. Albans, innit? You know what I mean? I'm a little drive away.
It adds a bit of mystery, I guess, innit? Like, people are like, where's this geezer from? Like,
I feel like
London?
no
Is he Bristol? It's like, and in the back of your mind, you're like, nah, I'm St. Albans.
Literally, I'm up.
So is Bristol where you would say that you cut your teeth? You went from like practicing with your friends who had the decks in St. Albans, and you had your one bar at home with the donk playing, and then now you're in Bristol, and that's where you feel like you've started to earn your stripes. Is that more or less it?
Yeah. Definitely like made like built a lot of confidence from that for me to just, you know what I mean? It's like, I could do this. So that's what it gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you feel is maybe there isn't one moment, but is there a significant moment that comes to mind as I ask you this, where you kind of, even if you're just reflecting on it now, or you do remember it from the time, where you're just like, something's just kind of clicked into place here, and this is the I can never say this flipping word, trajectory.
Yeah.
This is the trajectory, the pathway that I'm on. It's clicked into place. Is there a significant moment like that for you?
Yeah, to be honest, there's 2 moments. So the first one was before I ever done a set. I was really, I spent a year of writing without like showing anyone except my real close like mates. So like, I didn't want to do anything in public without having some type of like flow delivery. Like, you know, I'm always really critical about myself. So like, I was like, nah, I'm going to get this right. And I wrote a song on a drill beat, and before that, I'm always just, I'd done 2 more previous songs on drill beat, but it was more like this one was like a more conscious type of rapping style, which is what I started on as well. Like, I'm writing like just my mental, you know, what's the word? The conscious rap. That's kind of what I started on before the rave lyrics and all that. But I was just sending a voice note to my mate, and I know he's critical as well. Like, he would tell me if it's bad. He'll tell me that's what I love about him. I was like, cool. If I send it to you, I know I'm getting like the actual like feedback I want to hear. He told me, yo, you got that, bruv, that flow, build on it. You got, like, that is the best flow I've heard. Like, you know what I mean? That was it. That like felt mad. I remember it was late at night. It was like 2 a.m. and he was awake as well. I was like, the hell? Sending a voice note, and then I just stayed up and I finished the song, and I was just smoking in my shed, innit? And I was just there writing. Literally, I couldn't stop. Like literally, bro, I couldn't stop. And I finished the song, sent it to him. He woke up in the morning, listened to it. It's like, yeah, like yes. And I was like, okay, sick. Like even I'm gas. I was proper gassed right, and I was like, I know he told me to finish. Yeah, I done it. So yeah, that moment was like, cool. I have flow. I just got to take a bit. I've got to find ways to find it, and you know what I mean. Change. You know what I mean. Like just work on that. So that was kind of.
Did you go to the studio and record that, or did you just kind of sit with it? Like what was the next step when you done this thing that you're really happy with?
I sat with it because like, bro, my lyric phone, where all my notes are, I'm pretty sure I've got like 100 songs, but building up to that. So like I had a whole lot to work on because I wanted to make a project, but I only wanted to use songs where like it's a certain level. Like I didn't want like the flow broke there and it's not really as good delivery. I want it to be okay. The delivery is good, everything's good. Maybe like it's not like the best delivery is in now because I'm not used to. I wasn't in studio. I wasn't as good. Like I wanted to do everything one take. You know what I mean? You know how that's like, one take, yeah. And then like I'd smoke as well and I'd realize, oh, my voice changes and I've got to be careful of that because the cadence is all right. So like I was learning like while doing it all. But yeah, I just, as soon as I've done that, I was like, I'm making a project. Like I want to make an EP just because like them times I feel like that was still the thing. Nowadays, it's like you drop an EP, people forget in like a week, and it's like, oh, okay, so that's not it. But yeah, I dropped my first EP. Yeah, it was called Mind Escape, and yeah, from there I just kept on writing. Honestly, like if I look at my notes, I'm pretty sure like there's like 200-300 songs here, and yeah, I just need to find time to get it all out, you know.
Yeah, I love to hear that, man. Yeah, proper writer just on it. So this Mind Escape project, where did you go and record that?
My mate Chip, who I went to school with. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm a bit lucky because like all my mates started doing music like the way before me. So like my mates who were producing, he like really like he done well for himself, really well, and like you know these times he was working with like loads of random artists just coming to the studio and that, so he had his own space. It was actually in his house at first, in his wardrobe. So like I was just in his wardrobe,
the duvet and all that sort of stuff.
I had a little string so he can pull me out because I'm locked in his fucking wardrobe. That was sick. And then he just saved up and then moved out and then turned his house into a studio as well. And then I finished my EP there. He's called Chip's Productions, by the way. He's wicked. Like his engineering like is so quick, and because he's been there from the start with me, he kind of like, I don't know, our workflow is just really good. Like I'll knock out like 5 vocals in an hour, full songs, and it's like he's just so fast with it. I just have my little like ticks on the mic and he's like, yeah, you ready now? Yeah, I'm like, cool, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, wicked, man. You got that synergy.
Yeah,
it's important. It's important. It makes a big difference. How would you contrast the studio environment to the live environment?
I like you mean live environment like performing and stuff?
Yeah, as in like being on stage in a club or in a venue, whether it's like the place in Bristol or anywhere, like compared to being with your boys in the studio just laying down verses.
Thing is, I like both, but just as much, of course. But I don't know, I'm starting to like studio way more, just because like, you know, I just want to focus on songwriting. I want to like bring more to a rave. I want to make sure like when I'm doing my music, I want to just I don't know, I want to bring that song to a rave. and people know that lyric 'cause it's out and it's done well. So I'm mainly focusing on like songwriting these couple of years, and I've kind of like lost a little bit of love for live performances just because it's getting a bit more hassle than I'd like in a way.
How
Like,
do you mean? In what kind of hassle?
I don't know. I'm just because I've been in such like writing mode. I'm getting like hosting. I get mind blank because I'm in songwriting mode and I'm not in MCing mode. And sometimes I get in my head, and in my head I can't really show that on stage. Like I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't want to be there. Sometimes you're having a shit day, and I'd much rather sit and write music than like host an event type shit. And
I get you. They're two very different skill sets, aren't they? Hosting, because I don't know what your opinion is on this without wanting to go off on a massive segue, but I've made a note. We'll bring it back in a sec. But some artists are great studio artists, but they're not necessarily built for the live performance, or maybe it's just that they're inexperienced. But you know, the skill set of hosting, especially in drum and bass, like the skill set of hosting is not necessarily a tool that's in everyone's kit. Like I think people would think, oh, it's pretty. If you're just a host, you just stand on stage. Like, nah, it's hard. I would actually say sometimes it's easier to perform a song because you know you know the start, the middle, the end. You know the bars. Like when you're hosting,
100%.
you might be with a DJ that you've never even met before. You have no idea what they're going to play, and if you've got to keep that running, that connection, that energy going for like a couple of hours, which is very common in DnB certainly, then like that's fucking hard.
100%.
What are your views on that?
I completely agree with you. Like you can be. I've met them. Like I've met like a really sick artist, but then it's like, oh, like you know. And that's kind of where I clocked. Like, it's not the same. You know, you can still be a wicked artist, and like hosting is generally like I'm still learning. I'm not all the way there at all. I'm like, you know what I mean? I've got a long way to go. But I've definitely like I've had sick moments where it's like I think I'm getting a hang of this. You know what I mean? Like I think I'm getting it now. Like, you know what I mean? But it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard because even if you're not feeling that energy, you still gotta just, you know what I mean, engage the crowd, engage like, you know what I mean. You can kind of just be yourself, and sometimes it's hard to do that when like you're in your head. Sometimes, especially on the cameras and all that. Like, oh mate, I've had some shit days and I've had to perform, and like, and it's like, oh, like. Oh, it's
no,
just
bro,
so,
bigger. I really rate your transparency, and because look, there's a level of vulnerability talking about this stuff. Because as MCs, we're meant to be like a certain way, bad boy on the mic, like, like nah, like sometimes, trust me,
humans.
I totally get it. Like, it's stuck in your head, and you almost, you know, you've got to find your way to navigate that whilst being in front of a crowd of X hundreds of people.
Literally.
So how do you navigate that? If you can think of an example even of like when, I don't mean give me the specific date and venue and blah, blah, blah. I just mean like when you've been a bit in your head or like something's not quite clicked, like how do you navigate that? What do you do? What helps you?
Honestly, I just focus on the music, and it sounds a bit cliche, but like I literally just focus on the music, and it's funny, you might think I'm looking at the crowd, but I'm literally staring into a void, just straight ahead, and I'm just smiling and doing a little one bop. And I just know my pockets to just, you know, say some things on the mic, and then just get into the bars, and then just take it easy. I honestly, I just get into it, just numb it out, and just focus on the set. And then after the set, I'm more time feeling a lot better. Like, you know, music is very like therapeutic for me. As that's kind of why I started as well. Another reason why, like, it was just very therapeutic. And I'm always when I'm having a shit day, I always know as soon as the music's on, I'm smiling again. And that's not because I've got to like show that I'm having fun. I'm actually just smiling because DJ's doing their thing. Everyone's having a great time. It's funny, like seeing everyone just having a good time and whatever they're getting up to. You know what I mean? It's just jokes. And I'm having a good time now. The music's good. I can get into my vibes. People are showing lots of love. Let me reciprocate it, because you know what I mean. It's a lot easier when it's like an empty crowd and you're having a bad day. And now it's like, oh god, now you got to like build some rapport. Like, you know what I mean.
Oh, bruv, 2 words that you just said that, I think that really nails it. Reciprocation and
Mm,
rapport are
yeah,
so important because it's not
definitely,
just we're as MCs, we're standing there like we're the ones that are solely generating the energy. It is a two-way thing.
definitely.
And if the crowd can reflect that back to you and then you bounce it back to them, like that's where you start to
Ah,
actually like literally
literally,
feel that vibe. It is a music
literally,
is a vibration. It is an
it's
energy. You know what I mean?
yeah, for real. I love it. Like that, those moments, I can remember a lot of key moments where I was like, this is wicked. Like the way they're like just giving it back. I had a moment in Croatia. That was my first hospitality on the beat. That was one of the best like moments of my life. Not of my life,
Sick.
but like of my career. Like I was so
Yeah, yeah.
happy, like just to be there as well. Um, but hosting the boat with Artemis, opening for it was the Born on Road. It was Navigator after me and Aries. That was it,
Wicked.
Aries, Bossman for Boar. Um oh god, that set was wicked. Like I promise you, I never felt because I had all my mates from St. Albans and school as well. They were just there on the side. My missus was there. Like we're all there. We got in. We were great, having a great time on holiday as well. Um, and yeah, the crowd was just like it was a full boat. Like they were just giving it all
Yeah, yeah.
back,
Just
and
going off.
I was chucking it back at them literally. And yeah,
Yeah.
nah, that was honestly like I can't even explain how sick that feeling was. And then
Love
to
that.
come to
Tis no
yeah,
vibes, yeah?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I enjoyed that so much. But it's funny
Wicked.
though, because bro, I thought I had a wicked set. In my head, I was like, yeah, set of the day, gassed, gassed. Mate, I forget Aries. He was late. Pulled up on a speedboat. He came.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
pulled up on a speedboat. Hopped on like a bad man. Everyone's getting gas. I was like, this makes sense. This makes sense. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. And then first tune, I've never heard like a crowd scream that loud. I was like, what? You guys don't do that
Sick.
for me. You know what I mean? But nah, that was sick. Navigator,
Yeah.
legend,
Yeah,
legend,
come
man.
on. All right, so yeah, man, I get it. I've been out to Croatia myself. It is sick out there. So the vibes are running, boat party business.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, there's so many different things I want to ask you, but I do like trying to bring it back into the kind of timeline journey where I can, because I'm quite keen to know what happened after you did this Mind Escape project. Because also, just clarify for me, was this a project all of one style? Because you're a man of like, as you told us, you're a man of many musical styles and very versatile. So that first project, Mind Escape, was that
Yeah.
all one style?
Yeah, but no. So I had two drill beats, but not your traditional drill where it's like 808s, wah, wah. You know, it was just like melodic drill. And then I had it's just some UK rap beats. Yeah, so it was just those two genres. And I think I had
Okay.
like a trappy type of one. Yes, it was all kind of in the same like spectrum. It wasn't like all over as what I like been listening to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So on that tip, what other MCs were you inspired by or listening to at this stage? Because we talked a bit about the US stuff earlier. We talked a bit about the influence of grime. So
Um,
what about this world of drill, trap,
oh,
rap?
it's really weird. Like I wouldn't say I had an artist where I like they inspired me. If anything, gets his style and the way like he delivers himself, I think that's inspiring. Like I think the way like he's mastered his craft, like the way like because he's even got slow flows, but they're delivered so sharply, it's you wouldn't even notice. You know, you can say a line, miss that bar, and then go into the next bar, and then it's just so clean and sharp. You won't even
Yeah.
think he's missed a bar or anything. I'd say he's an inspiration, but I wouldn't really have anyone that like, you know what I mean, like because it's so wide, like the way I'm listening to music, like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Gets is an interesting one because if you listen back to when he was called Ghetto,
yeah, yeah,
like his like super aggressive
yeah,
Aggie style contrasted to like his latest album where, you know, it's not even really a grime album, is it? Like it kind of touches on grime here and there, but
yeah,
yeah, very when you look at like the evolution of an artist,
yeah,
then yeah, he's an interesting example. All right, so yeah, it just fascinates me because you, you've got so many different ways that you can express yourself over so many different styles of music. So you've done this Mind Escape, which is more on the rap side of things. So
Mhm.
where did you take it next?
So after that, I kind of just I just kept writing. Literally, I thought, you know what I slacked on was promo. I had no idea what I'm doing. All I know, do a little post, drop some posts, do it. And to me, promo then I was doing a music video, do a music video. Um, but then like for me, the issues, it's always money. That's the issue with me. Is always if I had money, like everyone, I would be able to do so much more than what I wanted. You know what I mean? But yeah, now I had the issue of like saving money to do music videos, so that kind of got washed away because it took so long for me to save up. So between that time, I was just writing loads more, and to me, it was way better. But it was all on UK rap, so like I actually struggled writing again after that project on like other genres. I was just so like engrossed in UK rap music. That's all I was writing on. So I actually I released an album at the end. That was I released Mind Escape, I think end of 2021, and then I released um my album called Conscious, which is 12 songs at the end of 2022 or like the start of 2023, I think. I think that's correct. I'd have to double check that. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, nah, that was 12 tracks of like just UK rap. Um And yeah, that was when I've saved money. I've done like full time at work. So like, you know what? Work was kind of the reason why I slacked on my first project. It's because I'm so drained. I'm doing like 15-hour days, like as a kitchen porter, and I just had no like headspace for music except for writing when I've got a chance. So like, that's all I was really doing for like that whole year, pretty much. And then yeah, I've got this 12 track album and I want to get it out. So I've got that and I got it out at the end of the year. Um and yeah, that was from then, they were like my last like conscious rap, really like, being open to like the world about like how I feel in my head and writing like real lyrics about yourself. Um
Yeah. Telling a story.
Yeah, yeah, you literally. And that was at the start. I actually really want to get back into that now because I've just, from then, the next 3 years after, it's just been rave lyrics, grime, you know what I mean? So I kind of want to get back in
Shellers.
touch with yeah, just shellers, isn't it? You know what I mean? So now I'm trying to get back into my, resonation and myself. And yeah,
So were you
yeah.
self-releasing this album that you're just
Yeah.
describing to us? And by the way, excuse my ignorance because I had no idea that you had an album out. So I'm definitely going to go and check that out after this podcast because I've not even really heard this side of you. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to go and I
Yeah.
appreciate it's a couple of years old now, but nonetheless, like I want to dip into that.
Yeah, I
But
don't think
did you
anyone
put this
has.
out yourself?
Yeah, yeah. That was all self-released. My mate, Chip, he showed me DistroKid, and
Oh yeah.
yeah. I've just been using DistroKid.
So talk me through the process. I've never self-released music, but I tell you what, in the last couple of days, even I've had some little signals coming to me from the universe
Yeah,
saying you need to put something out. You need
yeah.
to get hold of this and like take control and be a bit more self-sufficient. So I'm just interested, like not in like super great detail, but like just give me a flavor of what the process is like of self-releasing basically.
Um, it's sick, man. It's actually exciting. You know what I mean? It's like everything's coming together. You've got this. It's a personal project. You're feeling really good about it. The only thing I'd advise to anyone, just literally is just don't expect the world because like just be happy about your work, innit? That's something I had to teach myself because when you self-release, if and like everything I feel is you need a buzz in it, and if you
Mm.
haven't got the social media buzz, it might not come back to the song because you haven't made that bridge. where people see what you're doing, they want to go to that song. You might not have made the right bridge for that, but the process, oh, it's sick, man. You get the artwork, you might want to you save money for a music video. It's just like kind of the same process as like a label would like be sending you, like, yo, this is the artwork, this is what we got. Let me know if you want any changes. But except you're outsourcing the artist, the someone to see the artwork, and you're having to create your own marketing promo and stuff. So it's just a DIY pretty much.
Yeah, proper DIY. That's what I was
Yeah.
just thinking. And was this all produced by is it Chips?
No, this was just I'll just buy leases from YouTube. So like,
Oh, for real?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
literally,
Okay.
like I'd pay like I'd get the cheapest lease because they're so expensive. And as the artist, you know what I mean? Like they produce something, they're entitled to whatever prices they want. But I'm happy like some of them will make a cheap deal where you get a £30 lease, and if the tune is sometimes a bit limiting, you get so some leases you get one music video part of it. If you get over like 10,000 streams, you would have to buy another lease. As like, yeah, that's just some of their rules in it. But it's a nice way for you to, if you're just starting and like, you're not looking at those type of numbers, you've got a beat for £30 and you can use it as pretty much as much as you like, you've got the beat. Most time, like the producer isn't as strict. They're not gonna be like, you can't re-record, you know what I mean? It's just like, you paid, that's cool, man, just use the beat, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, this is why I wanted to ask you, because I didn't even know that leasing beats was a thing. I've never heard of that concept.
Yeah, it's mad.
So what does that mean though? Does it mean that other artists can also lease the same beat?
Yeah,
or you have some kind of exclusivity?
Yeah, so when you lease it, you don't own it. So like, anyone can buy it. That's why sometimes you might hear like people in the same tune. That might not be because they've bought it, they've bought a lease, but that could also mean like the producer doesn't like wants everyone to hear it, so he won't limit it to one artist. But yeah.
So the thing that's coming into my head, and I'll ask you this because I'm just curious myself, is, so let's just say, for argument's sake, you could lease the beat for 30 quid.
Mm-hmm.
Could you not find a producer that will say, right, I'm just going to sort you out, bruv, like, here's a beat, give me 30 quid, and like, if we hit so many streams, like, break me off an extra piece, like,
yeah,
could you not just do that so that you've got the beat all to yourself?
Yeah, you can. It's just, for me, I found it a lot easier just going on YouTube, and then if I like, you know what I mean, because I found like a world of instrumentals and producers on YouTube. I was like, there's all these beats, I'm just gonna go through them, and then whichever ones I like the most, I'll try find a link, and then more time there's a link to a site called BeatStars, and that's where you can just buy a lease or buy the exclusive beat, which you get stems, which that is more expensive and way out of my budget, so I wouldn't really do that. But yeah, and I would reach out, but like when you're starting, it's a lot harder because people, you know what I mean? It's like they don't.
It can be a long thing, can't it? Like
yeah, literally.
And also, by the way, like, I'm sure there's loads of producers screaming, and I just want to say this as well. I don't think that what am I trying to say? Beats are worth way more than 30 quid. So I wouldn't expect a producer to just sell a beat for 30 quid, but it just came into my mind. I was more thinking like, if you roll with a couple of pals that make beats, you could say, yo, I've got this project, I'm gonna sell me a beat, and they might do you a favor. I know like the going rate for a decent beat is not 30 quid. So anyone that's was just screaming at their I was going to say television, but this ain't on TV. You understand what I mean. I just wanted to quickly say that. But obviously, it's a different. Financially, it's different if the producer is leasing out a beat for 30 quid. I can totally see how that financially is like quite a good business model.
Yeah,
like that passive income revenue stream, just different artists all leasing the same beat. I mean, that's actually quite sick.
Yeah, imagine like you can have like 1,000 people leasing like the beat for 30 quid. You know what I mean? Like, and that really does happen, like, to some of the bigger like artists that sell the beats. Like, just got everyone buying the same beat, 30 quid. You're gonna, you know what I mean? It's good income.
Yeah, man.
But then also,
mate, you're schooling me out here because I like I said, I didn't even know that people were doing that. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
So with this album, then can people go and buy it, or is it streaming only? Or so what about that side of things?
Great question, actually. I should have, yeah. No, you can't buy it. It's just on all platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
So
actually
it's on what? It's on the usual
yes,
suspects, Spotify, Apple, whatever.
Apple, yeah, literally. It'll be like right at the bottom, one of like couple first projects over release.
Yeah, interesting. How do you how does it stand the test of time for you personally?
I think I should have released that around now. Where not now, but like now, like it was too early because the way I rap, I'm not rapping. I wasn't rapping for people to understand me. It was more just I'm literally just regurgitating words from my head, from my mental about my life, how I am, what I want to do, aspirations onto paper. And yeah, like it makes sense, but it's like it would make more sense if you knew me. So
Okay.
like I felt like it was a bit early in like my career to drop an album that like deep, but it's not really about like that. I feel like that album was just for me because when I go
Yeah,
back to
man,
it
big up.
and listen to it, it just kind of brings me back to like reminiscing, like how I was back then, kind of looking back and seeing how far I've come. Like it just resonates more for myself. So it's definitely like a personal project. And if you want to listen, have a listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
bruv, big up, man. I think what you just said there, I love that. It's not. It doesn't have to be for other people. It doesn't have to be for numbers and streams and
yeah,
money and metrics. You
yeah,
made an album that meant something to you at the time and still does. You put it out. You did a whole DIY project. The amount of the learning curve you went on to put that out
yeah,
is invaluable.
yeah, literally. Like, God,
Do you know what I mean? And all of these things, I think, as artists, it's almost like that release day syndrome, I call it, where it's such a big build up to the project and then it comes
yeah,
out, but the world carries on. Nothing really
yeah,
changes.
yeah,
Like,
literally.
but it's what it means. There's 1,000 other projects out within an hour of your one, blah blah blah. But I don't mean that negatively, because as you just said, which I agree with, and I've experienced myself as I've got a bit more mature, really, is that it's what it means to you. It's the fulfillment that you get from it
Yeah.
is the important thing. Otherwise, it can all feel a bit empty after a while.
Hmm. Yeah. It's funny.
So you got, yeah, man. Considering you're like half my age almost, like you've got a mature. I don't mean this. Please don't take this in a condescending way
not
at
at all. Yeah.
You've got a very mature outlook on it, I think, compared to the
Appreciate that a lot.
average. How old would you have been at the time when you put that out? Like your early 20s?
Yeah, 22, 21.
Bruv. I
Yeah.
mean, look, at 22. The last thing on my mind was putting out a DIY album. What was I doing at 22? I was taking lots of drugs,
Yeah.
getting overweight, not really giving too much of a shit about stuff. And mate, fucking, excuse my language, respect to you.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's funny.
Respect to you.
Someone like someone said they thought listening to that project, they thought I was like in my 30s. And I was like, I'm a long way from 30. Like, I actually appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I was definitely.
But how exciting is that? Imagine the stories the stories you've already got to tell. But imagine, like, I don't know, whatever, 30. Just imagine all the experiences that you're going to be able to put down on your next album.
I can't wait, honestly. That type of music.
I'm excited for you.
Like that type of music is like, that is my personal music. Like, obviously, I love the drum and bass and grime and just writing about shelling and all, you know what I mean? All the shellers and that.
Yeah.
But when like writing about myself and my life and like making a story out of it, you know what? Saying that, you asked me about artists that inspired you. Bugsy Malone, the way he's like creates a story is so sick. One tune, it's actually like me and my missus like personal favorite. It's actually our little, you know what I mean? We love that. Is his. See, now I said it, I've forgotten it. I've just
jinxed yourself.
Literally. Beauty and the Beast.
It'll come back to you. It'll come to you.
Beauty and the Beast by Bugsy Malone. The way he storytells in that whole EP and that song specifically is just like kind of, and Pot of Paper as well. that's my bag, man. It's not all about
Do you think Bugsy Malone's a bit overlooked? I feel like his name doesn't really come up that much in conversation. Maybe that's just me or my circles, but
it doesn't come up a lot because I think he's done so much. Like he's got his own clothing brand. He's kind of done like a Skepta in a way, except Skepta's more socially known. Like, everyone knows Skepta because Grime is so in our culture, like you can't ignore it. But like Bugsy Malone started on Grime, and for my era, that Chip versus Bugsy Malone clash, that was it. Like, I'm walking home and we're like, well, you Chip, you Bugs, like, you know what I mean? It's like whose side are you on? You know,
who do you reckon took it then? Come on, you got to say.
You know what? I think they both had a lot of wins. I think, it's actually hard. I think Chip lyrically, but then you know what? I can't give an answer. You know, I think Bugsy,
I can't remember. It's the one, like, one of the videos is there at the petrol station. Is it that one?
Yeah, that's Chip. I think
right. Because a lot of people jumped in, didn't they, as well? Like, I feel like Chip was holding it up his end, but then who else jumped in? I can't flipping remember now.
I think, Stormzy.
Was it just Bugsy? Was it
Stormzy? I think I saw Saskila done a send for Chip. When I saw it, I was so random.
It's a random one.
Yeah, I was like, Saskila, okay, everyone's sending for Chip as usual.
And Young'un, was that the whole time when he was like digging out Young'un as well?
Yeah. I think Chip beat Young'un in my opinion, but like I still think Young'un very much done his thing. Like, because Chip is a grime artist. I never saw Young'un as a grime artist, and I felt like Young'un, you know what I mean? He showed level. He showed like some a skill level that he made Chip reply. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
Chip's hungry for it though, isn't he? Like, he can't.
He loves it.
He can't done with it.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I proper wanted to chat to him because my missus was I think she still is Scorcher's agent with my agent. So like, when they set up an event for Scorcher in East London, and Scorcher brought all these like goats. Like, I'm sorry, I turned into a fanboy because I was like, I'm in a room with Rough Squad, Big Nasty, Chip, DWE, Scorcher, Wiley. I was losing my mind. Like,
Wiley was there, yeah? Shit.
Oh yeah, I was losing it because in my head I was like, my missus and my agent sorted this all out, and I was like, yo, like, I don't even know how to speak to the, like, obviously I'm a normal person. Like, I'll have a chat, but like, if I can't even build any rapport because they're, like, you know, when like someone massive and it's hard to like, because they're not really looking for a little chat some more time. They're just trying to get to their set. Man. I don't know. I was just like, yo, big fan, by the way. And I've said that a couple times, and I've had like a bad reaction. Like, we're like, oh, really? Someone, the worst reply I've ever heard was, "Don't be a fan." like don't.
What?
Only fan.
Who said that?
Don't be a fan. Well, it was Mez. Mez. Yeah. I was like, Uncle yo, Mez. He's from Nottingham. He's a sick MC, but I really
yeah.
I was
don't be a fan.
Trust me, I was like, yo, by the way, I'm a big fan of your music. And he was like, don't be a fan, only fan gal. And I was like, what?
I feel like that could be quite a good sample for a tune. Only fan. Yeah, okay. Well,
that was the funniest.
Do you think he was joking? Do you think he was joking about?
I don't know. Because he didn't really say he was joking or anything. I didn't get the vibes. He was like,
yeah, the vibe was, don't be a fan. Because you know,
like, that grime culture in it, it's like, you know how everyone's standing at the back really like stush and like, you know what I mean? Like, there's that I can't like,
yeah, it's almost like a macho bravado type thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of I don't know, like, what's the word? Is it masculinity or something? Like, I don't know. You can't really.
Well, yeah, just I would say it's like a macho. It's almost like the ego's. It's a bit more like
ego.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to uphold a certain image, but maybe I could be wrong because I'm not them. Like, maybe that isn't an image that is exactly how they want to live their life, and that's how they want to interact with people. I could not imagine showing anything but love to someone that wants to show love. But
yeah. I've always found I'm like the most smiliest in the room, and maybe I don't always get in my head 'cause I'm like, am I doing too much? Because like I'm the only one with like energy, like jumping. You know what I mean? Like I'll laugh loud if it resonated. I'll laugh loud. I won't like.
Yeah, man. No, bro, please don't lose that. Don't ever
Yeah.
like and let anyone convince you otherwise. That's what it's all about.
I only get that in grime, like drum and bass
That's your
events.
essence.
Like
Okay.
everyone just vibes in. That's why I love drums more than grime at the moment right now. Just
But do you know the interesting thing, what you just said about the raising the vibe in the room, the energy, the essence? For me, and I'm just saying this as a spectator / fan myself, when I see you and Kaizen perform, and there was particularly on the Shell season sessions you guys did,
yeah.
like, because I said to Kai, like, bruv, about you as well, though, genuinely, we talked about you, but I was saying it to him as well. Like, you two, no disrespect to the other MCs, but I think I said this on his episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I'll go look.
I just said, like, no disrespect to all of them MCs on that session sound wicked.
Yeah.
But you two stand out head and shoulders above because there's an energy, there's a vibe, there's just something happens when you two come on the mic.
Mhm.
And it's energy.
Kaizen's a G, man. I've got a lot of love for him. Yeah,
But it's energy, isn't it? It's like what you were just saying, the fact that you can smile and enjoy it, but it's still hard, dark music, or it's grimy, or whatever you want to say. Like, I think that's really important.
You know,
it's almost too much stereotypical and cliche to just be like a moody MC.
Yeah, I hate it.
We've had that. That's been done.
I can't stand it. I'm like, bro, someone will get a wheel up, and then because the wheel up, the music stopped, dead silence. In my head, I'm like, what? Like, what's the point of wheeling up if we're not even like excited? Like, was that not a wheel up? You know what I mean? Like, or was it like, oh, we can't make him too gassed? Like, you know, big up your fellow.
Man. Give people their flowers, show the love, bring the energy. That's why, you know, someone like Inja as well always stands out to me.
Yeah,
big smile. His whole brand almost is built upon Smile Gang. You know, smile.
I've got a funny story about Inja actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. One of my mates booked him, and he on his rider he had mangoes, and I didn't know that was his rider. I just wanted the mango because, like, I just saw mangoes. So I grabbed the mango after the set because I was like, "Oh, what, they gave mangoes?" Huh? Sorry, my missus just brought the washing in. Okay, but
yeah, man, real life. Come on.
yeah, but so I took the mangoes thinking that they're in the house, like, you know what I mean, sick. And then my mate who was the promoter, he came back. It's like, yo, someone stole Inja's mangoes.
There's a mango thief in the dance.
Literally, bro, I didn't know, like, you know when like you've taken something and now someone's telling you about something someone's taken, but you would have gone through it. And then
did you come clean?
Yeah, I did, but I thought about it. I was like, just mango, like, could get away with it.
I wonder if we even wanted the mangoes, because what I tend to find with artist riders is that people have these riders, but they rarely even like touch the stuff, or they just end up taking it home with them or whatever.
Yeah, for real. Like you see, people will get a whole bottle of rum, and then you see like 2 sips of the rum gone. It's like, I don't think, unless you can walk out with it, but like mango, I knew they were gonna be funky at the end of the night. It's like there's no fridge in that.
That's a healthy rider, man. Big up Inja.
Defo. I've heard
I'm rating that.
Riders.
But yeah, I get it, man. I think we were talking about, just MCs. Like, you don't have to like uphold this like bad boy thing necessarily. I mean, look, if that's the life you live, and that's what you want to be all about, then equally, I what am I trying to say? I'm here for that as well. To be honest, I love all the bad man business, but that's not the life I'm living. I'm from flipping Hitchin, like saying to Visionobia, making a laugh. Like I'm from flipping Hertfordshire.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I'm about as road as
the road.
I can't think of. I'm not a road man.
Yeah.
So like, I love dark music. I love bad boy vibes and all the rest of it. But more from if I'm doing it, it's coming from a place of not tongue in cheek, like it's a parody. I just mean like, let's embrace the darkness. And if you want to like throw down some, if you want to shell, brilliant. I'm here for that all day long. But equally, I'm happy to stand on stage and smile, have a laugh with the crowd.
Definitely.
If I mess up, I'll let them know that I've just messed up. Like, I'm not here to like pretend like it's all some
facts. Man.
You get what I mean, anyway.
One thing I had I've got someone said, like I've had a couple people say they like that it looks like I'm enjoying myself, because I actually am. And sometimes, like I done a set with I don't want to say his name, but I done a set with MC, and like he was not happy the whole set. I think he just wasn't happy the whole set, and people were saying like, what was up with what was up with him? And like, to be honest, I think he was upset that the synergy between us wasn't clicking. But in my head, I was having a great time. I was having a great time. We both got like mutual mates, and we're like, yeah, come join us on the mic. And we were all vibing, but he wasn't having, like, I don't know. I think I might have pissed him off. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, connection when you got two MCs on the mic, I think sometimes you got to know when your time to go is. And I think I missed that a couple times, and he wasn't happy about it. But you know what I mean? There was a bunch of us, and everyone else had a good time, so I knew it wasn't as deep, but he just took it a bit more personal than you know what I mean, everyone else. But and like everyone could see he was just standing at the back, not happy at all. And the man was like, "Come on, show business. You got to just finish the set, and then we can talk. Just get the set done." You know what I mean? Crack a smile. End of the day, it's the end of the day. Like, you know. But
I hear you. It's not that deep all the time.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to ask you, then we're going to bring it a bit more up to date as well.
Yeah.
Just going back to, we were talking about the self-releasing, the DIY, and this kind of thing. Do you? Because I'm interested. 'Cause I was literally talking to Visionobi about this yesterday. We were just talking via voice notes and stuff, and I was just saying, maybe like and it's not like this is revolutionary at all, but I've never done it. Maybe the way forward is just to have a physical product that someone can only buy from me. It's not streamable, and like take it proper old school. Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but like, here's 15 tracks on a USB stick.
Yeah.
If you can either buy it from me in the rave, or you can order it from me via email, and I'll go to the post office, put it in the post. You're never going to be able to stream it, and you also get a sticker. You get a flipping postcard with some lyrics on it. You get, I don't know, whatever you want to put in the package, and it's 20 quid. And if 100 people buy it in the whole world, then I'm going to make way more money than if I just do a release with a label and it's on Spotify. What do you think about that?
Bro, that is amazing. I'm pretty sure JME was doing that with the USBs, because he doesn't release on platforms anymore unless it's a feature with other artists that have just added his name as main artist. But I'm pretty sure I heard that idea maybe last year or year before, when he had USBs of his new like album or something. I think that idea is amazing. Also, actually, I think Nipsey Hussle, before he passed, was talking about that as well. Own your music, because these platforms are taking more money than they should be. Like, bro, I can tell you now, from releasing that 12-track album and a 6-track EP, like I think I've self-released, I think over 20 songs, over 25 songs. I haven't seen more than £300 from that. And like, it's not like,
I can well imagine.
And if I sold that for, if I sold that like individually, like on just no platforms, USB, and you know what I mean, for like even £10, or you know what I mean, whatever price, I would have gotten way more at an earlier, in a shorter amount of time as well. It's I'm really up for
it's an interesting concept, man. And it also raises, like, we don't have to go down this rabbit hole, but then it starts to raise the thing of like, in this day and age and moving forward as we get over the next few years, as things develop even more, like what role does the traditional label even play? You know, but I think for me, I like being associated with certain labels because it represents something, and that's the main thing for me. I don't know if like, I don't know, like, I suppose you could say, well, record labels have got the marketing machine, and they're going to promote it and market it, but does that happen? I can't talk. I'm not. We can only talk on specific labels, but I just think if you're in charge of it and it's self-sufficient DIY, then you're the one that's got to market it. Then you're kind of a bit more psychologically invested. So you
Yeah,
might do a better job. I'm not saying labels are doing a bad job. I'm just saying
definitely.
maybe we'd do a better job if our kind of careers depended on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think my issue right now is I don't have enough money to
Yeah, the
self-release
capital.
and put
Okay.
the love I want to put into it. So the past 2 years I've been like focused on building exposure
Hmm.
through label releases and working with
Yep.
different levels of DJs, producers. I love working with a DJ and producer because then we build like a vibes, we make the tune, and we go perform it together. That energy is just, it feels so good. And yeah, now past 2 years I've been focusing a lot on exposure through labels and stuff. But I really just wanted to get my own stuff out and build a
Yeah.
fan base instead of a following base, if that makes sense. Like,
Absolutely, bruv.
yeah,
Yeah, and I can see that just from watching your movements. Just as, again, a fan of that, predominantly it always comes back to the fact that I'm just a fan of all of this stuff. So I can see the movements you're making, and it's really interesting. Obviously, social media is a big part of that. How do you find the world of social media? A lot of ways,
uh,
having to make content, and
you know
how's
what?
that for you?
I'm I've been complaining so much. I'm done with it. I'm just trying to adapt. And I noticed you seen the comments. Like I've been doing captions in it because I've been seeing that work for people. So I'm really just trying different ideas
Okay.
to try to build, to see just learning, because it's changed so much. Like when I first started, I could do a post, slideshows of nice quality pictures of me performing, like, just, you know what I mean, and that would do well. Now I'll post that and it won't do anything. Like it won't build any like algorithm for me. It won't. It's not really like worth the time I put into that post. So now I'm just kind of just, my mate actually told me, if you post 50 times, just post 50 times, and that each post is going to someone new, that 50 times was worth it than that one post that hit 5 new people. So in my head, I'm just like, just get it out and someone new will see it. And that's kind of what's been happening. I'll get like someone start following you from this reel. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So
So
step,
are you mainly on Instagram, or are you on TikTok? What do you
yeah,
focus on?
all of them, all of them.
Is it?
I've slacked on Twitter, but I'm on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Facebook. I just gotta utilize all of it just because I'm trying to, you know what I mean, get seen. So
Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it, man? It's
crazy,
because
man.
you, like you said, you work a job, like you're busy with that. You've got a missus, you've got a family, you've got a life. You're
It's
an
crazy.
artist. Do you do you um do you see the value in having like someone that manages all that stuff for you?
Yeah, I would like to have a manager. I don't know actually. I'm quite comfortable how I am, but maybe in terms of like um introductions, connections, and like building your network, I could see the business side of having a manager being worth it. But right now, I feel quite comfortable. But I'd also like to be more stable, where
Yeah,
like, because sometimes I just burn myself out, like put everything, like I'll take rhythms from everywhere. Like I'll be doing a 2-step rhythm while trying to write on this jump up tune, while doing this dubstep tune, while also trying to write personal music as well. And sometimes I just need a manager to tell me, nah, that song's not for you, or someone to just kind of organize the structure of how I'm writing and day-to-day stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But
But like
nah,
we said, like those things, that's valuable and it helps, but it's another slice of the pie, isn't it? So that's a little
yeah, yeah,
15-20% there, little
yeah,
15%
yeah,
there.
actually,
All so yeah, it's interesting how the industry works. I've been learning a lot actually from guests that I've had on a podcast,
yeah,
and yeah, because at the end of the day, like music, when you remove the creativity and the soulful element, the artistic element from it, it is an industry, and like all industries,
yeah.
there's different cogs that turn, and
Man, I had to like. I wish music was just make music, and you know what I mean? Oh, bro, I'd pray for that day when you can just make a song and just post the cover. You know, nothing too much in it. Just show the music. Let the music do the talking. I wish that was it. Now, yo, I've seen people jump out of airplanes, smashing the guitar, smashing the laptop, fucking, you know what I mean? Doing anything.
Yeah.
And it works because it's so out of, you know, it's that first 3 seconds to catch their attention. You know,
Yeah.
actually, I watched something the other day. There's certain movements to grab that attention where it's like either going like that and then that, you know what I mean? It grabs your
No
attention,
way.
start the video, or messing about with something. That first 3 seconds of you messing about with something when the video starts, they're gonna stay just what are they doing? You know what I mean? And then they're listening to what you're saying. Like, well, I've been studying, man. I'm trying to just
Yeah,
adapt.
it's a science, isn't it? There's a psychology and a science to it, no doubt.
Definitely.
Like there always has been with sales and marketing. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's just that now the medium is digital. It's scroll, and I think the tricky thing is it's now entwined with the dopamine-driven addictiveness of smartphones and scrolling and endless loops.
Endless.
Do you know what I mean?
Endless, literally.
But the interesting thing is, like, I'm just thinking about it as you were saying that. I discovered you know, from my side of things, the way I discovered you was quite organic.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I feel like it's a hard one, isn't it? Like what you're doing is working, but if you devoted 6 hours of your day every day to just doing socials, would it grow your following? Maybe. Yeah, of course, it probably would. But how many of that following, in inverted commas, are engaged? You know, do you want 10,000 followers, or do you want 1,000 people that buy your £10 product?
100%. That's what I've been. That's the headset I've been in, the mindset I've been in. Like, following's cool, but I need it to turn into, you know what I mean, like a community instead of just following. Like,
community.
Yeah, man. That's and I've kind of been doing that through songwriting. I'm trying to just get hits and songs out. And to be fair, I feel like I need to like really tighten up my branding. I feel like because sometimes I'm trying to keep it electronic, but then sometimes, you know what I mean, I make a grime song and I love it and I want to get it out. And grime is still electronic, but it's not on the side. Like when I can't really drop a drum and bass project and then it feels wrong for me to just go start doing grime. I don't know if that makes sense. If you feel that as well, I feel like I need to keep it one lane for a bit.
Oh, mate, it's
weird,
almost,
isn't
it? As a fan, again, I almost don't want you to do that because I love hearing you on different rhythms, different tempos.
Yeah.
You know, the same with Kaizen, and it's a tricky one because, again, like because I'm just from a slightly different generation, I've almost, whether it's deliberate or not, I don't know, but I've boxed myself into like I'm basically drum and bass. And yeah, I could spit on a hip hop. If I practiced enough, I could probably do grime and stuff like that. But in my head, I am a kind of a drum and bass artist. But whilst that has its benefits, it can sometimes be a limitation. Whereas like someone like yourself, it's like I wanna hear you on everything.
Yeah.
But I suppose it doesn't really. It comes down to what you want as well, isn't it? Like what keeps you tapped in and passionate and feeling fulfilled.
It's crazy. If I felt like I could, you know, if what I was doing at the beginning was like lucrative, then I wouldn't, you know what, I would have stayed away from the label stuff and just kept doing my conscious rap. And to be honest, I probably would have been in the position I want to be in now, like having a fan base instead of a following base. Cause like it's people resonate with the music and they're kind of like listening to my deep lyrics and they see me grow as a person as well, getting older, start talking about other stuff. Like, you know, trying to, you know what I mean? Like just, I'm growing. I'm only 24, 5 this year. So,
bruv,
you know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. You've done so much already. I think it's almost a trickle down process where you capture people's attention with, let's just call it like the rave bars, the shellings, whatever. You capture people's attention with that, like that kind of gets them into the funnel, so to speak. And then a percentage of those people, like me, would be like, oh, what? He's got an album where he's doing like more conscious rap. Like, yeah, boom, I want that. And other people will just stay in the kind of 5-second shelling video zone, and that's okay as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I find it.
No, bruv, you're working this out as you go along, like we all are.
Yeah, literally. It's
You know what I mean?
learning.
But man, there's so many. This always happens with the podcast. Like, there's so many things I could talk to you about, and this could easily be like a 3-hour episode. I do want to start moving towards what you're doing with your latest EP. 100%. I think the bit I just want to dip into before we get to that is, I'm just curious how you. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, that you've linked up a bit here and there with Critical, via Kazra. Is that correct?
Yeah. Kazra. Yeah, he's
and an overview as well with. I was listening to some stuff he did with Clinical.
Yeah, Clinical G as well.
So yeah, for anyone that's not familiar with some of these names, then Overview and Critical are two, very well established drum and bass labels. Critical's been around for a bit longer than Overview, but they're both at the helm of more sort of minimal sound, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So yeah, how did you link up with Kazra? That's what I'm interested in.
You know what? I actually didn't know who he was. Like, okay, one thing with me, I'm like in the scene, but I don't know no one. Like, it's like because I'm, like I said before, like I listen to so much like American drill, like I listen to so much music. Drum and bass is like the last type of like the whole drum and bass electronic music scene. That's like the only scene I don't know the goats. Like, I don't know the people at the start. Like, I didn't know Critical. I didn't know Kazra. I didn't know the video. So when he messaged me, I was like, oh, he's got to be following Critical. Critical, that's a good label, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, seeing their music, I was like, yeah, that's sick. And then I showed my missus. She's a bit older than, she's 28. So she said she grew up listening to Kazra and like his music. I was like, oh, sick. Like, this is big, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And yeah, everyone I spoke to, they were like, well, Kazra doesn't just work with a lot of MCs. Like, I was like, so you need to take this opportunity, use it. I was like, sick. Yeah, it was so that was like, after that I was like, okay, I need to start doing my research. I can't be going into this stuff not knowing who these people are. But like, I guess, yeah, it kind of creates the organic vibes, because it's actually, I'm meeting him for just who he is, not actually knowing him before. So it kind of helps with that. But yeah, no,
I think that's wicked. I was sorry to cut in. I was into a podcast yesterday, and whilst it was from more of a business context, the guy was basically saying that naivety is a superpower when it comes to setting up your own business. Yeah. But it's the same in music, isn't it? I love that kind of youthful naivety almost, of just like, because you're right, Kazra, he ain't just reaching out to every single MC out there. Like nah, they're like them, like most labels, they're selective.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? They've got a brand aesthetic to protect and nurture. So
definitely,
the fact that he's reached out to you, bruv, that in itself is definitely, that in itself is sick.
Yeah, no, my girlfriend, she was probably gassing me up. She's like, yo, he doesn't do this. You know what I mean? Can't remember the last song he did. I was like, okay, I've got to come correct. So
sick.
Yeah, man, he messaged. Yeah, we're just talking. He said, wicked, do you want to take this to WhatsApp? I'm pretty sure we took it to WhatsApp. And then he sent the beat. And I sat on the beat for a minute. Not a long time, but I sat on it for like a week, because I'm so new to writing on drum and bass. Even though I've been MCing on it, but actually writing songs on drum and bass, I feel like I've only just like unlocked the method, the method, because you can't just spray. You got to like let the bridge do its thing. You know what I mean? And you can't just, there's certain things you can't do on a grime beat that you do on a, you know what I mean? You can't like do the same style.
Yeah.
So I had to like really take second. You know what I mean? Because I was still kind of fresh writing on drum and bass. And then, yeah, it just took a minute and actually found my pocket organically. I sent it to him, and it was actually like very different to how I write completely. And he liked it. I took him to my studio, made the song in an hour, and then he took the stems home, and then the tune was made. Literally.
Wicked.
Yeah, literally. And then after that tune, because he's close with Enai, he said Enai shot me an email, and I was like, oh shit. Again, didn't know who Enai was. I had no idea. And when Enai popped, Emma was like, fucking Enai as well. Like, what's going on? So she's losing her mind, and she's telling me you should be losing your mind as well. Like, it's crazy. And in my head, I'm like you said, I'm naive. I don't really know. I'm just trying to make tunes. Yeah, and then made tune with Enai, and yeah, Kazra is sick. He's really nice. Like, obviously, I'm way younger than him, so like the vibe was different. I'm a bit like, I've got a lot of energy in studio, and I don't know if the word is charismatic, but I'm like kind of, my head is scattered all over the place, and I'm like, even on ad libs, I'm literally, it don't feel like ad libs. It feels like me just. It's like I've got Tourette's, and like I'm just shouting a bunch of stuff, and I'm just, you know what I mean? So, but like Casual is more of like a, what's the word? Bit decorum. He held it together, you know what I mean? Emma actually said, my miss Emma, she said he was actually like, she caught him like closed his eyes at one point and was really listening to the music.
Wicked.
That is something I've never done. It's like he was sat there really listening to the song, and I was like, yeah. That's, two different vibes, but we clicked and we made it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Yeah, it was a sick process. It was a really quick process, and it was sick. And he brought me to.
That's interesting to hear, man. That's interesting to hear. And to me, it sounds like it came together pretty quickly because, you were saying that, like, you sat on the tune for a week, but it's pretty typical in my experience anyway, drum and bass, for things to take years to happen. Like, that's not even an exaggeration.
Yeah, music can take a while to come out sometimes. It's mad.
One thing I'm keen to hear about actually is, because you've come into this from a very different angle than I did, for instance. And a lot of the guests I've had on that are my kind of age, our route into music was all pretty similar: pirate radio, tape packs, raves, but yours is a bit different.
Yeah.
And I just wondered what your thoughts are on how you find the role of the MC and the way the MC is perceived specifically within drum and bass, because you've done the other genres as well. So you've got perspective here, like, from the inside. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, how do you find the MC is perceived in drum and bass?
You see, I think people like to jump on a bandwagon of hating on the MC, but they've listened to one MC they don't like, and now they're just like, nah, all the MCs, get them out of it. But some of the best like events I've been to have had an MC really, like, and he's done his job well. Like, we're so engaged. In fact, sometimes I'm more locked into the MC than the music, So I think I'm trying to remember the question. I think
I was just interested in, coming into this like fairly recently. I know you've been about for a while, but like drum and bass is more recent for you. Just how you feel that the MC. Well, no, I suppose it's two-pronged. It's how you think the MC is perceived in drum and bass, and also your experience of being an MC who's now in drum and bass.
I think we're perceived as like a side piece instead of the team, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people are just they're just like, oh, like, it'd still be the same if you weren't there. But like, I think, if you got an MC doing their job, and they're having fun, they're engaging the crowd with the DJ, and the DJ is doing the music to engage the crowd with what the MC is doing as well. I think that triangle, when it's in synergy, is so sick. so sick. And I don't think that's the same when it's just the DJ. 'Cause some DJs are a bit shy. They don't really engage the crowd, you know, on decks. Because in the day, like, for some reason, we're all just staring at the DJ. You know what I mean? And in a dance, like, we're not here dancing with each other. We're just looking forward. And like, sometimes DJs just head down mixing for the whole hour. And you know, an MC can really bring in the crowd. So I think we're vital, but also, like, actually, I don't know where I'm going with this, too. I think
No, it's, brother, it's interesting. Like, as ever, there's no wrong or right answer. What about the contrast between, because you inhabit the world of grime as well?
Yeah.
What's the contrast between what an MC does and how an MC is perceived in grime versus DnB? Any differences that you've noticed and experienced?
I think grime needs an MC sometimes, unless it's like funky grime where, you know, because a lot of dark grime instrumentals, it's not really danceable sometimes. It's more like just gun fingers, screw face, and nod your head, and like, you know what I mean. And there's some grime where you're like, you know what I mean. You got a little two-step, you can dance to your powers and stuff. But when there's an MC, I feel like it just brings it all together. But I think nowadays with grime, it's because like there's this whole thing about grime is back and da-da-da. In my opinion, grime's always been here. It's just now it's gotten its like clout on social media now. So it's circulating. But I think people always been doing grime. You just gotta listen to the artists, innit? But
yeah, man.
Yeah, I think grime is perceived as MCs are perceived in grime as like, if we don't know your lyric, you have to catch a drop nicely to have a crowd engaged to you. Otherwise, if you don't catch that first drop nicely, I feel like the energy goes down way too quickly. And it's like, I think people aren't really there they just want to see certain MCs, not any good MC, you know? Because you
feel like people are waiting for that kind of reload moment, like the big intense drop with the reload bars, and
they just want to reload. They want a whole reload show, and like sometimes it's not about that. It's like I don't like how grime turns into a reload competition, because it can turn into a shouting contest very easily, and then that, in my opinion, I hate being in the crowd and there's just shouting, because they could be sick. Like, you can have a sick moment, and like I've had moments where I've started shouting, but that's because everyone's grabbing me and the energy is just through the roof and the DJ's not wheeling it. I don't know what to do other than just scream down and get myself heard. You know what I mean? That moments are cool, but when it's like, you know what I mean, you just come on and off the rip screaming. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I can't even hear what you're saying. I don't know what's going on. I feel a bit scared. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? It's I think I feel like I'm rambling some moments.
Nah, man, nah, not at all. We're just sharing views and chatting about all these different facets of the culture.
Yeah, I think like it's the reload competitions I don't like, but I think it's up to if you ain't got your reload moment, you're not going to be perceived as a good MC, and that doesn't mean you're not a good MC. It just means you didn't get your reload, and that's perfectly fine, because what you're spitting, it's not like it's not bad. It just means that lyric wasn't maybe for that beat, and you might have had
it didn't land at that time.
It didn't land, and that's not the end of the world. It just means another day, another moment. That could have been the moment for someone's night, and it just, you know what I mean? But
yeah, no, for real. Who are you, just to put you on the spot, who are you feeling in grime at the moment, MC wise?
Right now, I fucking love what N3's doing.
Yeah, mate, do you know what? Honestly, I swear, I knew you were going to mention N3.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my best to get him on the podcast. So N3, if randomly happen to hear this, or maybe Limmz is going to put in a good word for me, like, because I know he's from Luton, big up all the local area crew. I'd love to get N3 on the podcast. I'm feeling him. He's sick. His
Yeah,
latest project is sick as well, and I've heard him loads of times on Spyro Show recently, just killing it.
he's amazing and he's so nice. You know what? I was there for his first radio set. It was me and Cruz Leone, and Cruz brought him.
Yeah.
And I had no idea who he was. As soon as he came on the mic, I was like, oh my Lord, who's this guy? He is sick. Oh my God. I was losing it. And yeah, I spoke to him. He's 18. He was 17. I was like,
Is it?
mate,
What?
you look older than me. Like, he's older than me.
Wow, he's still a
5 years
teenager.
older.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was 17. And then yeah, since then I completely locked into him. And yeah, I'm very glad to be a part of like a lot of his first of a lot of stuff. So yeah, now
Wicked.
I've been fully supporting him. Like as an 18-year-old being that sick, I was like, yo, you got it all in your hands. You got it all in
Yeah, man.
like he's been endorsed by like the goats of the
Yeah.
people, you know what I mean? Like he's got so far to go. But
100%. Okay,
yeah.
so N3, anyone else jump into your head?
N3, I'm a big fan of, what was it, new people or just anyone right now?
Just anyone. Like if I said, right, Grime MCs, go, who would you say?
Okay, N3, 28, Jafro, Cruz Leone, Duppy. I like Caspar as well. He's not really grime, but like I feel like grime is like your grime MC. I wouldn't like to call myself grime. I'm like multi-genred. So like Caspar's kind of multi-genred.
Okay.
But who else? I'm trying to think. There's a lot more. But off the rip, in terms of like MCing, I really like N3 or Eze as well. The new gen, the kids, the 17, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, but they're
sick.
wicked. Like, and they've got a hunger. Like they will clash you on. So I clashed N3 in Boomtown.
Is it?
Yo, he just started calling me out. Like it was like sparring, didn't it? It was friendly sparring, and like we're going back to back, and he just started drawing me out. And I was not having it, because in my head I was like, this 18-year-old, I'm not getting done by this 18. Like he's not getting me. All right, so we started going back and forth, and like to be honest, I probably was egging it on as well because I wanted him to get booked because there was a promoter from, you know, Akira from Buntai. And I was like,
do you know what? I'm actually going to Boomtown for the first time in my whole life this year.
yeah,
I don't know anyone from it. I don't know the promoters particularly.
I see. Yeah, but that was my first Boomtown last year as well.
Sick.
But this promoter, he's got a label called Buntai or Buntai. I can't remember how to say it. But I was telling him about N3. I was like, bro, you need to book him. He's 18. He's just starting and he's wicked. You need to book him. So we started going back and forth, back to back. And then we start clashing. So like kind of just, yeah, you know what I mean? Just showed him a bit of what he should be looking into. But
Wicked, man.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm just curious if you connected with this guy. So one of my definite faves for the last few years now is Logan.
Yeah. Me and Logan, yeah, we've done a couple of sets together. Yeah, he actually helped me a lot with my decision to getting an agent. So
okay.
Every time because we're on the same train line, innit? Thameslink, and I just bump into him all the time. I'm like, yo, you did? You say you good, yeah? And obviously, yeah, I feel like 2024, 2025, I couldn't go to a single event or anywhere without hearing his voice on a gameplay. He, like, even now, like, he's everywhere. Like, his voice and style is so refreshing. It was refreshing, especially with, like, because there's loads of yardy, like, style rappers. Like, that's like one of the fundamentals of MCing, I think, like, the Caribbean and, you know what I mean? That style there is
yeah, for sure.
So sick. But it was refreshing to hear Logan's style because he's not Jamaican, but he grew up on that reggae kind of thing. I can't remember his actual nationality, but he's like grown up on that, and his style is so refreshing. Yeah, he's sick, wicked MC, and good guy as well.
Is it?
Yeah,
Man.
like, proper nice, isn't it? He's
I'd love to get him on the podcast as well.
one thing I'm onto about him, he's terrible replying, bro. He's an athlete.
But you know, the funny thing is, I just like months ago, I just thought I've got nothing to lose. I'm just going to hit. So I hit him up, and he replied.
Swear.
But it's getting from that step of like,
actually doing
you know, if someone's maybe interested or maybe they're just saying they are, but really they're not. I don't know. But to actually lock it down is the harder bit. But yeah, man, Logan, I think you're sick. Love to have you on the podcast again. Limmz is going to put in a good word for me now that I'm certified.
When I catch N3, Logan, any of these guys, I'll be like, bro, just do it. Just have a chat, because it's also like, in terms of like showing who you are as well. It's good. People want to see who you are out of like how you talk, how you are, how, you know what I mean?
Exactly. This is the person behind the music, and you know, I'm not saying I'm the only person doing this. I'm not saying that for 1 second. But how many other platforms are there that are giving MCs a space to talk for as long as they want about whatever they want?
Yeah, I honestly, it's the first podcast I've done.
It's not many.
I haven't. Yeah, I don't know anyone that's really doing it. You know what I mean? What you're doing, and it's sick, man. Especially like you're an MC yourself, so like it's the resonation. You know what I mean. You could gel and like, I've had that.
Yeah, like we all do this for real, and it's grassroots, it's underground, and building it brick by brick.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah, wicked, man. Watch this space. Logan, N3, gonna get them on. But anyway, back to Limmz. Okay, so actually a nice little segue. Obviously, Logan is someone associated with Joe So Sick. Joe So Sick happens to be on your latest DnB EP. Do you like what I did there? That was good, wasn't it? That was good, bruv. That was freestyle as well. So bring us right up to speed and tell me about this sick EP that is floating about at the moment. Just break it down for everyone.
So NASA, he hit me up like 2023. We've been making this for a while, like a while. He just hit me up saying, "Yo, I've got this instrumental. I really like what you're doing. Do you want to hop on it?" And like I said before, like I was really new to writing on drum and bass. In fact, it took me 6 months. It took me months to even show him something, what I've done on it. I was like, I don't know what to do, how to approach it. You know what I mean? It's a completely new style of writing to me. So it took me a while to get that first tune done.
Which was the first tune then? So I've got it here. I was listening to it before we started. So which is the first one?
The first one was Saga with Duppy. That was the first tune. And I'm very gassed to get Duppy on his first drum and bass song, and Joe's So Sick as well. I was very gassed. Joe's released another song with Kazra and Enai, but I sent Kazra the project, and then I think that's how we got to know Joe. Okay. I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that's how we heard his voice. And then Kazra actually hit up Joe to make a tune with Enai, and that's why they've got a tune out called Plan, which is a banger. And Joe, he's sick on drum and bass, and that was like his second verse he's written on drum and bass. And I was like, bro, you fucking mad, like crazy. Because when we play our song Atlas in shows, it's gas, like the energy from the tune itself. I do my thing on the hook and my verse, but oh my gosh, when Joe's verse comes on, the energy, even the crowd reciprocate it. So like he's so sick, innit? And it's been a reload every show, and I'm like, fucking hell, like I know this is a banger. But we made the first song, Saga, and then it took a while. We went a bit quiet, but then we got Duppy's verse because we're waiting for Duppy to get his verse done. We got his verse done, and we finished that first song, and then we were like, should we make some more? So we made some more. We got a whole ball rolling, making tunes, and then we ended up making all the other tunes. And then we were like, let's just do an EP, put them all together, and get a drum and bass project out. And then Atlas came. I wrote a lyric. I said, coming oh so sick like Joe, and then was like, well, let's get Joe So Sick on it. Like, it makes sense because obviously I met him, and I knew him before he knew me because just from watching radio sets on YouTube. So I was like, yo, Joe, and that was when I first met Joe and Logan. because they were like a crew. I was like,
Yeah,
yo, big ups, man. I'm big fan of you. And then he reciprocated it nice. You know, he didn't say, don't be a fan, don't be a fan. He was just like, yo, big ups, man, big respect, man. And then we just clicked, innit? We clicked, and yeah, he brings me to his radio sets. I bring him to my radio sets. So we just have sick synergy on radio. So we just got working, got him on the tune. He smashed out the verse, and yeah, we kind of recorded all the tunes. We finished recording last year, start of 2025. That was when we had all the tunes out, all the tunes done, and now we're finally getting in the process of getting them out, because the tunes, they had to go through a big mix and master, a lot, and added way more production to the instrumentals through Creed. Big up Creed, sick engineer, producer, and mixer, all of that. Yeah, he really brought the EP alive, and yeah, now we're rolling it out. We're doing a waterfall effect where we release the singles, and it eventually in May it turns to a big EP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of drip feeding it, and then people can
Yeah.
get the whole project. So
Yeah.
there's 5 tracks.
Yeah.
There's 5 tracks, isn't there?
Mhm.
So what is this, a self-release? Is this DIY? Is this with a label? How are you doing it?
So we were gonna go self-release, but then money. Like, it's just really hard, man. It's hard because you got to pay for videographers. You want to get good content, videographers, artwork, the pitching and that. Is, you know, I mean, we got our distro kid. It's already paid for, but like my NASA has a manager called Lloyd, part of A8 Management, and we wanted playlisting. We wanted to get the exposure we wanted in the drum and bass scene. So and Lloyd, he has he got NASA's previous project with Killer P on big playlists for drum and bass. So we're like, okay, it's not gonna be like a label release. He's just co-signing it behind the scenes and doing a pitching for us. So
Okay.
it's a label release, but we are the faces of it. It's not really like we're releasing with this label. It's like, you know, with Critical, it was like, I've got this Critical release with Kazra, It's all very Critical branded. This is literally just, we've got content, we branded it as our tune, but they've co-signed it and pitched it. And we managed to land one playlist with Atlas, massive drum bass, which we're very gassed about. So like, it's working as how we want it. It's got the,
Wicked.
you know what I mean, the exposure we want from it. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's going well so far.
Oh, good, brother. I'm glad to hear it. You deserve it, because it's a sick EP. It is sick. I'm not here to just gas people up for the sake of it. I listened to the whole thing from start to finish this morning, actually, and I was like, shit. This is.
Thank you.
It's not often that things come along that are in drum and bass, where it's MC related. No, it's MC focused. It's MC driven music.
Thank you.
And it's different, but it's actually good as well, because anyone could do something that's a bit different. But is it good? Is it of a high caliber? Is the production good? Are the beats? If you took the vocals off, are the beats still decent?
Will they stand? Yeah,
you know. And trust me, like it's a big tick.
I appreciate it.
And I don't even know. Like, I don't think I could. I think that the Atlas one definitely stood out. I like the whole project. Is it Detrimental?
Yeah.
That one was sick, because you're saying some different stuff on that. Why don't, like, I don't want to put you on the spot. Shall I? Can you tell us the 5 names of the tracks? This isn't like a quiz, by the way, or do you want me to read them out so people just know what they're all called?
That's it. So we got Saga. The name of Saga, to be honest, that just came from on the second verse. I said part 2 of the Saga. Go jiggle back it, and to be fair, that was actually the original name of the EP, but it didn't make sense. It didn't really have a story behind it. So when the last tune we recorded was Justin MC, and like, it made sense because you don't really hear drum and bass songs like what we've done, like where it's me doing a hook, verse, hook, and maybe another verse. You don't really get that. It's more like minimal rapping, nice little vocal chops, a little bridge, and let the beat do the talking. Whereas this is, I'm just an MC, and I've MC'd and written on these tunes. I've done it not traditional writing for drum and bass, and just make it work. And
Bro,
yeah,
I'm going to say this really bluntly.
yeah,
Fuck the traditional drum and bass approach.
thanks.
Fuck it. Right? You don't even need to be watching that. Like, why would you come along and even pay any attention to the traditional approach in drum and bass? So I feel quite strongly about this, in the sense that let's stop trying to maintain the status quo, not in a disrespectful way.
No, for real.
Always respect the culture, the traditions, etc., etc. Like, I live and breathe it. But it is time for someone, and that someone is you, to come along and just say, fuck the rule book, fuck the blueprint, have some of this.
Yeah, have some of these.
And I love to hear it, because it's energy, it's vibes. It's not just like, and I'm not disrespecting anyone. I'm talking about myself as much as anyone else. Like, it's not just like 8 bars before the drop. Producer cuts up the little splice of a delayed word here and there.
Yeah,
and we can all do that. It's great. I built half my career on doing that shit.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Sounds great.
But this is Shellings, and it's vibes and it's energy, and I love to hear it.
That's what we were going for. We wanted energy, and in the rave, it's energy, because I'm just spraying at you, innit? And you can't ignore it. You can't avoid it. It's right in your face.
Yeah.
And the beat can do the talking as well. It's just a little vibes. And that's what it's going. It's kind of like a Whiny and P Money type of vibe. But our own style, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And which was the tune, Forgive Me? Maybe it is Atlas. You tell me. But it's got some grime sounding samples. It's got some samples in it that sound a bit like from old grime tunes.
I think it's Atlas or...
Is it A-Train? It doesn't matter. Anyway, people, just go and listen.
A-Train, actually. Yeah.
I think it might be A-Train, you know.
Yeah.
People just need to go and hunt this down and listen to it. So look, bro, please plug it. Like, where can people find this? Where do they need to go?
It's on all platforms: SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music as well, everywhere. We've released 2 singles so far, A-Train and Atlas, and we're just going to drip feed it. And the full project is out 15th of May. And yeah, we're just going to drop 3 singles first. We've already done 2, and the third one will be Detrimental on what's the date today? It will be out, I think, in a week or 2. Yeah, in a week or 2, it'll be out. We're doing like 3 weeks between the projects. Just so you know what I mean, it's got time to marinate with everyone.
Let it circulate, drop the next one. Yeah, man.
Yeah, literally.
I like the approach. Well, look, this podcast is going to come out on Friday the 24th.
Okay, cool. Sick.
And then, so anyone listening to this on my Cool FM show, because by the way, actually, I've got the first Saturday of every month, 7 till 9 p.m. Got Flowcase with Fokus is now a part of Cool FM. I'm very gassed about that.
Come on, man.
And on Saturday the 2nd of May, I will 100% be featuring at least 2 of these tunes on the show, if not more.
You.
So yeah, make sure you go and check this out on the platforms anyway, but also tune into my Flowcase show on Cool, and you're going to hear some of these tunes there, and trust me, they'll be getting played regularly. And Limmz is going to be coming on the show at some point. We're going to make that happen.
Yeah.
I want to hear this geezer in the studio battering it, basically, with me selecting the rhythms that I want it selfishly, that I want to hear him spit over, because that's what I do on the show.
Let's do it.
So yeah, bruv, we're going to represent this 100%.
Sure.
Okay, I feel like I could talk to you for a lot longer, but is there anything else you'd like to say about the EP while we're talking about it?
It's been a long time coming. It wasn't all just focusing on that the whole time. We had a little break where we're waiting for like masterings and engineering and just finalizes. But yeah, man, I'm just happy to finally get out. It's a bit of a personal project as well, as like, me and Nasser have been absolutely gassed to get this out for a couple of years. So it's about time.
Yeah, big up, man.
Big ups.
Bruv, anything I could do to help push this and promote this. Obviously, we're doing a bit of that via the podcast and the radio, but I feel like this is exactly what I was about to say, exactly what the scene needs, but I'm not really bothered about the scene. I'm not interested in the scene that much these days. I'm interested in the community and the craft behind it. And I feel that this is a massive win for drum and bass MCs. You know what I mean? It's just fresh.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah,
I'm loving it, man.
It's refreshing to everyone's ears, and yeah, big ups to NASA for making this happen. Duppy, first ever verse on drum and bass, wicked. Joso, one of his first ever verses, drum and bass, wicked.
Sick.
Yeah, big up everyone involved. It's actually crazy. You know, we wanted to get grime MCs on drum and bass as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? You read my mind, because that's something I'd just like to dip into, actually, is so like Duppy, for instance.
Yeah.
Is he into DnB? Is he listening to DnB's into it? Or is it a case of like, you're like, bro, here's a beat, come and spit on it? Like, what's the deal with him and drum and bass? I'm interested in that relationship as well.
Duppy, actually, I can't remember where I read this or heard this, but he grew up on jungle, like, and all that. That's why when he produces beats, grime beats, he speeds it up to I think 145 or 150 or something. So that he does it a little bit faster. But yeah, man, like my missus is his agent, so she's like she's got Scorcher, Duppy, Charisma, and a couple more really sick artists. But yeah, she's got Duppy, and obviously Duppy wants to get into drum and bass, and I think this is a good start. Yeah, he wants to get in, and we've got him on this project. Before I knew he wanted to get involved in drum and bass, so yeah, I'm hoping he can do more. You know what? I think I'm just bigging out my girlfriend now, because she got him a DJ tune, and it's out now, and it's breakbeat. It's kind of got it's grime, breakbeat, and drum and bass vibes all in one, pretty much. Check it out whenever you're free. I think that is like that is wicked. Like, it's a sick song, man. It's called Beware. And I think, like, with that dropping and the EP dropping, I think it's a good start for him to get into drum and bass. And the next project, I want to get more MCs. I tried to get Logan on this project and Sub 10, but it didn't quite work out. It was like a timing with all getting it done and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because both of those guys you just mentioned, Logan and Sub 10, have both dipped their toes into DnB already, haven't they? Like, they're doing bits and pieces of
they've been doing it.
Back.
They've been doing it, and that's why I wanted to get them on. But you know what? I'm trying to get in free people who haven't done it before from grime. I want to get them on it and just show them, like, yo, it's not just grime. You can approach drum and bass the same way you approach grime. It's just a bit faster, you know. Like,
yeah, man, you're leading the charge, bruv.
I'm trying.
You're leading the charge.
That's the plan.
But you're right. Like, really, jungle is the precursor to, well, a big part of being the precursor to grime, isn't it? Because if you look at the legends, Wiley, Rico, even Dizzy, D Double, you know, like, you can dig out tapes of them off Pressure FM or early Rinse or whatever of jungle era. So we kind of, if you're of a certain age, we all started on jungle.
Yeah, literally.
So of course that then went into grime. So why would that connection between grime and drum and bass it's kind of always been there?
Definitely.
And that's why it interests me, because from an MC culture point of view, I feel that grime has always been repping MC culture from the forefront. It's just a given. Whereas the relationship between drum and bass and the MCs kind of goes in funny little weird directions. Like, at the moment, there's the sort of fraction, if you like, of the scene that don't really want the MCs.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the coin, you've got, you know, the MCs are thriving. Like, we're talking about this project here. It's like, bam, in your face, MC focused drum and bass music. So, like I said right at the start of the podcast, I feel positive about it. I don't really want to get into the conversation about, you know, MCs in drum and bass. You know, people trying to get rid of the MC. I can't be arsed with that today.
That never happened. It can't. It can't happen.
And it can't happen. How can it? It's silly. And if some people, like, you know, if a DJ doesn't want an MC and he wants that they want to pick up the mic and shout at the crowd, let them do it. I just think anyone basically can do what the fuck they want.
Facts. There's no rules.
Just everyone, just do what you want to do, as long as you're not
Literally.
disrespecting people or like bringing people down or being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Do what you want. Let's all just do what we want and enjoy it.
Honestly, I find it so weird, like meeting like negative energies. I'm just like, what's with all the, you know what I mean? Just be yourself, and the end of the day, it's the end of the fucking day. Mind my language, so you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Yeah, man.
Bruv, there's... Okay, cool. So look, we've got, as we kind of move towards wrapping this up, what did I say to you at the beginning? I think I said something, words to the effect of, yeah, sometimes, you know, like, I tend to aim for like an hour podcast, but
Yeah,
it could go wherever it goes. 2 hours and whatever later, you know, we could easily keep talking. So, because one thing that often happens is we've talked about your history, you've talked about your projects, haven't really got that into like, I'm also really interested in like creative process, performance techniques, mindset, all that kind of stuff as well. But I feel like for today we've done a pretty good job of allowing people to step into your world.
Yeah, I'm
mean?
down to do this again, man. Whenever, just let me
Big
know.
up, brother. Yeah, do you know what I'd really like to do actually is get you and Kaizen on together. I think that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I've got a couple stories. Like first time I ever saw Kaizen MCing, I was I actually was learning on that set, watching him, because the way it's for real, like bro, the way he hosted it was El Dorado Festival, the last one that before they shut down, bruv.
Okay.
It was, I never knew him. I knew he was MCing with Johnny Darko. I don't know if you know him, but they were MCing together, and Kaizen played his song. He was hosting, he was spitting, bro. I was like, I was learning, innit? I was just watching.
Yeah.
They brought me onto the stage. I didn't know Kaizen. John, I
Okay.
knew Johnny. He said, "Come through, my brother." I was like, "Yo," and then I felt out of place because these guys have been hosting the show that I've been raving to the whole 45 minutes, and now they brought me on. So I was like, well chuffed, and that's how I met Kaizen. I think,
Wicked.
yeah.
I can see how you guys connect because he's got a good energy, and I really like being around him as well. So.
Gosh.
Yeah, man, Kaizen, if you hear this, big up. All right, cool. So the way I like to wrap things up, a staple end of the show thing I do is called the Ultimate MC Cypher.
Yeah.
So this is where you can pick 5 MCs, past or present, dead or alive, any style, any genre.
Hey.
5 MCs that you would love to see in your dream cypher, just going in, shelling, sparring it out.
Days. Okay, cool.
You can pick anyone you want. You can mix and match.
So, Gets and Ghetto. I want both personalities.
Oh, sick.
I want both. Gets, and because that aggression is so like, oh my lord, jump down the stairs, belly flop. You know what I mean? Like, just do.
So are we? I'm not sure if we can. Maybe we could allow you to have that as one. Or do you want to? Do you want to make it 2? Like, is that 2 of your choices?
Okay, now we'll do Gets. I say like because he had a Channel 4 Cypher. I don't know if you know it, on YouTube. There's on Channel 4. They done like some documentary, but a Cypher, and it's got all like it's got Skepta, Chipmunk, all like the big dogs, like all MCing.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if I haven't seen it because I hunt this stuff down. But
you probably have. It's got a lot of views on that. But if you haven't, I highly suggest just watching it. I want that type of Gets on the set.
Yeah.
And then, oh God, okay. I want Gets. I'd actually say I want Flirta D. It's funny saying those to yourself. It's actually Flirta D, Gets, Skepta, P Money. Can I say a crew?
Yeah.
Does that count? Because he said,
I'm happy to allow it.
Okay. Cool. I'd say oh God, what are they called? P Money's crew. With Black.
Your Blacks and my mind's just gone.
It's not. Oh my days! I'm losing it.
Blacks and
yeah, Blacks.
Hollow Man Gender.
Gender with the white guy. I forgot his name.
Essentials,
Essentials,
isn't it? No, that's the old school one. Essentials is from, what are they called, man?
I know that.
Ah, OGs.
OGs.
On top of that, we're OGs. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the OG. If you let me do crews, OGs, Roll Deep crew. I only do 2 crews because that's too much now. And then
I've forgotten half of it. You're gonna have to recap this at the end, I think. So hold on, let's start again. So Gets, Skepta,
Skepta, OGs, Roll Deep,
OGs, Roll Deep.
and then okay, I'll do one more artist. I think I have to say JME. Oh, but I'm missing out. Wiley's part of Roll Deep, innit? Does that count?
Come on. You've had a bit of a bly there with the cruise, so yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? I've gone all over the place. But fuck it. JME to end with.
Yeah, sick. Okay. That's interesting because all of those are like pretty much foundation grime MCs.
Yeah, I know
so that's where your heart goes to.
I know listening to them on a set, and if they're not going for reloads, they're actually just spraying.
Yeah.
Like the levels are so high, and like especially P Money. I think like P Money is like he's the technique in his lyric. But then rest in peace, Dot Rotten. Like I know they had a massive clash, but they were like in terms of flow, delivery, cadence, them 3 as well as Gets. Those 3, like amazing. Like I think
even when you say Roll Deep though, like this is questionable. Well, no, it's not questionable. It's open to interpretation. Who that would even include?
Yeah, I know.
Because the crew, like you could say that, like the classic thing is it like were Skepta and JME ever really part of Roll Deep? Question mark.
Yeah.
Then Manga kind of came in at the end, but God's Gift was on the peripheral and Sire B was there for a little bit, but really it's like Breeze, Scratchy, Rico, Wiley. Was Dizzy Roll Deep? Was all these questions that people say, like the mythology of grime, innit?
I've had a blind. I've said about 20 MCs.
That's about another podcast.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, again, like it wouldn't surprise me if that cipher that you just named it probably does more or less exist on somewhere. Like that probably did happen at some point.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no.
Most of those artists would have been in the same room at the same time. Some of those old sets like Jammer's Birthday, I think it was on Deja Vu FM. That's on YouTube where it's just it's crazy, man. Like Logan Sama's just playing pure acetates, and there's like the whole who's who of grime just passes through over the course of 2 hours. So good.
Yeah, no. Funny enough, there was an MC called I think Funk Stuff. Bloody hell, I'm messing up his name. But I can't remember his name, but he showed me love, and then I was like, "Yo, you were on Fugsy Malone. He was on that tape for Jammer's Birthday in he was on that tape, and I was like, bruv, you've been doing this for a minute. Like I'm literally watching that the other day. That's you. It's mad." So I was proper gassed. He's one of like the people from like doing it a long time that has shown me love, especially in grime. But yeah, I'm still due to lock in hopefully one day with what I mean, the man up top, the goats up. Man.
Yeah. So, a cappella bars. What are you saying?
Yeah, come. When did I just start?
Bro, this is where I basically just shut up for a minute and sit here and you can spit whatever you want to say, whatever you want to spit.
Yeah.
It's over to you, bruv, really.
Cool. Say no more. Can I get like a 3, 2, 1?
Bruv, you can have, do you want me to do a little drum roll? 3, 2, 1, fight.
Merkel, spinning like circle. Next one, billing like purple. Never stop working, earning, getting that sterling, miting, willing and personal. I ain't on curfew, serving, lyric in person, jungle, DnB bursting. Any 10 curtains, learning, never stop learning. Mind block, kill it and swerve it. Block back, burn it, churning. Miting's worth it. Climb up quicker than herded. Wrap it up, turban, surfing. Mr. Dispersing for anyone slithering, lurking. I ain't on cursing, earthing, never gone surface or rise on my carrots aren't worse than anyone's Birkin bag. I ain't like that. I'm on my own business a lap. What, let him try catch me? I whip it like Dan. Come round, hands on attack. Head in their back. Goals, every scene known. I'm making sure they hit me at the back. turn me up, Max, Brannon, man, I'm uncannon. You do it for the girls, man, and Yash. I do it for the pounds, so I'm yamming. Swimming, never flapping. I give it by the everyone if if you want to top stats, laps, whizzing on maps. I'm nationally expressing on that. Man, I'm on cash, so you know I done laps. I'm Usain Bolt with the tracks. Man, I'm on gas, petrol in the drive. That's dreadful. I fully ref to man, I burn out. Man, I run circles, the back and forth cities like I didn't come to show dance, head off right back.
Yo, hey. Come on. I didn't think you were going to stop. You're just getting warmed up, innit? You could go forever.
Come on, man.
You could go forever, bruv.
Love.
Yeah, big.
Thank you,
Thanks so much, man. Bruv,
I'm
thank you
enjoying
for
myself.
just taking the time to pass through and bless us. What a way to wrap things up with a little a cappella. Love
Come on,
that.
Thank you. I'm sorry it took so long to even like have introductions, man. I'm terrible. But yeah, man, we're here. And let me know for the next one. I'm definitely like we should meet up one time. Come to a show,
100.
do radio. I mean, link up with Kaiser
Yeah,
as
man.
well. Yeah, man, I properly
Bruv,
enjoyed it.
100%, all of that. I'm here for it
Yeah, man.
all day long. Gonna get you on Cool FM as well. That's a given. So
Yeah, lit. Is it for every first Saturday?
yeah,
Cool.
first Saturday. So we'll sort that out offline anyway.
Yeah.
Well, people, you've been in tune to Limmz. Oh, bruv, by the way, give people your socials. Like, where can they find you and connect with you?
Yeah, Limmz, LIMMZ, all platforms. I'm very lucky to be able to have the tag Limmz. Sometimes you try have your name and then you got to put underscore the little thing. Nah,
Mate, I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. You've got it all patterned like that.
Yeah, you know what? I actually researched artist names before I said Limmz. I got lucky because my real name's Alimo, but my mum used to call me a limousine. And my sister was like, that is so long, I don't like it. Let's just go with Limmz, because she'd also call me Limo, like take out the E and just say Limo instead of Elimo.
Yeah.
But my sister made Limmz, and my whole family now, everyone in my family calls me Limmz. So I was like, I'm running with Limmz, and I don't know any other artist called Limmz. So I was very happy and gassed to have that.
Natural, organic. Yeah. We love that.
Got a nice little story to it as well. You know what's funny?
Wicked. Well, go on.
My old nickname was Elmo, because you take out you take out the I in my real name. Elimo is Elmo in it, and I'm always smiling and just jumping about and you know. So, but I didn't want to be called Elmo. I'm Limmz in it. Like
Yeah, Limmz. I love it. Yeah. Don't stop smiling, bruv. That's definitely one of your superpowers.
Thank you, man.
Well, I'll put the in the show notes. I don't know if people ever look at the show notes, but I do quite detailed show notes. So I'll put your social handle in that as well, and links to your YouTube and Spotify and all of that stuff, so that people can go and listen to you. Do you know what I mean? Don't just listen to the podcast, people. Go and listen to the music, because really and truly, that's what it's all about. What can I say? You've been listening to Fokus and Limmz. Do keep an eye out for the Cool FM show. It's the first Saturday of every month. But I don't know how many people listen to live radio anymore, so you can always listen back via the Rinse app. The Rinse app is sick, by the way. Just get it regardless, because it's like an A to Z library of amazing music, from everything from grime through to house, through to the DnB and jungle. But my show is on there. You can do an A to Z of artists. Obviously, I'm F for Focus, Flowcase with Focus, where it's all about the MC. Limmz is going to be on there soon. Go and check out my debut show from April. Like I say, the next show in May are definitely going to be featuring some of the EP tracks that we talked about. And yeah, man, help me share the podcast. You know what I mean? Help grow it. This is grassroots. It's underground. It's not some big flashy studio with a big sponsor and all these. We just do this for the love and for the passion. So follow it, like it, subscribe it, all that stuff. If you want to connect with me and all the podcast, it's at Mike Minded People on Instagram. We're on YouTube as well. So yeah, just share the love, because we're all here because we love MCs and the culture. Take a breath. So on that note, I'm going to say peace out. Limmz is going to say
peace.
Peace. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Big up.